Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's goody? What's good, everybody, man? Appreciate y'all tapping in for another edition of Heart of the City, man. We at episode number 71, man. Salute, man. Salute the coach, man. Salute to myself, man. And to salute to our fallen brother, Jeffrey T85, man. Salute to you, man. Appreciate you, bro. I know you watching over us, making sure we
Mhm.
do what we do, man. And we continue in tradition, man, because we got a locked and loaded show for you guys this afternoon. Well, this evening, I should say. But before we get into it, man, like I always like to do, man, checking in with my coach, man, my co-host, man, Mr. Ed Gladney, man, with Coach Ed's amazing world of sports, man. If you ain't tapped in, man, I don't know what you've been doing with your life, man. But salute to Coach, man. Appreciate you, man, for being here like always, man. And how you feeling tonight, man? What's good with you, man?
Yo, I am phenomenal today, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Before we get into it, you know what we always ask, make sure you go to each of our channels, like on each of our channels. Make sure you guys, if you haven't already done so, subscribe and make sure you hit the notification. This way, you know when we put out new content. And everyone, share on all your social media platforms. You guys are really helping us get out there into the algorithm, and you're bringing the fire duo out there from heart of the city. So
Yeah, yeah.
let's go, let's go, let's go. So, but I'm great. I'm feeling good. I know there's a lot to talk about. A lot of controversies, a lot of excitements, in basically every sport right now. So, even when I bring you Coach's Corner, I got some stuff that, I'm going to talk about. So definitely ready to get into it. But how about you, my brother? How are you feeling today?
Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. And definitely can't wait to dive into Coach's Corner, man. And you know what I'm saying? Can't wait to hear what you got to say about that. But we got to get into,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
Yankees are playing right now,
Mm-hmm.
4-3, bottom of the seventh. Mets game kicking off at 9:45 against the Giants, San Francisco Giants, not to get confused with the New York Giants, who we'll talk
Mm-hmm.
about later. And Rangers in the playoff game, man, with the Capitals up 4-2, man. It's end of the second period. I think it's going into the third period
Yeah, it's in
now.
the third. Yeah, it's in the third now.
And the Rangers are up in this series 1-0. So we'll be keeping our eyes on that. Zack Wilson got traded.
Mm.
Should they draft a quarterback? We're going to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
The Nets, who knew, decided to hire a coach. Is this the right move? I have my thoughts on that one. Can the Giants possibly screw up this draft? There's so much speculation. Can they really mess this thing up? But the talk of the town. Everyone's talking about it. I'm going into football spaces and they talking about the Knicks. I mean, heavy conversation.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I haven't been tapped in a minute. Okay.
So I want to know, with the win last night
Mm-hmm.
over the Sixers, and the Sixers, as fraudulent as they are, I mean, just the most fraudulent Dallas Cowboy like team in the NBA, along with the Clippers and a couple other teams. Is this series over? Was that the nail in the coffin for the 76ers? Coach, I'm going to turn it over to you. Y'all hit that like button, man. Heart of the city, man. Let's get it.
All right. So, um, Kev, I said this. What I just say, NYG? What did I just say? Look at Kev. What did he just say?
Yeah.
I just said that. I just said that. I was like, yo. We pulled the Reggie Miller on him
Damn sure
last
did.
night. We did. So, but to your question, is the series over? No, it's far from over. I'm gonna be honest with you. First and foremost, yo, shout out to Maxi and Embiid, man. Them boys is really they out there fighting. Embiid, he's playing on one leg. I even just said this. I said he damn near pulled the Willis Reed on the Knicks last night.
Yeah.
When you really think about it, playing on that one leg, in a sense, inspiring at least Maxi. Now the rest of them boys, I don't know. I mean, because when you think about it, yesterday, Maxi and Embiid accounted for
Man,
80.
K, what's good, bro?
What's up, Cave? Those two accounted for 68% of their scoring output yesterday. Now, if you want to throw in Tobias Harris, who added another 10, okay, you got 22 points from the rest of the team. So
Wow. Say
we're worth
that again. How many points?
22 points. They scored 101. Those two scored 69. You add in 10, that's 79. If you do the math, it's 22 points.
Mm, mm, mm.
So, and I know Sixers fans who are still dogging Tobias Harris. Now, there were some questionable decisions. Look, let's first off saying, and the NBA put out the report. We also, if you didn't see it, they said there were missed calls in the closing minutes. They even said that there was a foul. I think it was to Hartenstein, if I'm not mistaken. So, they even said there was a defensive 3 seconds that was missed on OG Anunoby. So, look, the referees, they miss calls, but it happened throughout the whole game. I'm sorry. I just said it to NYG. I said, the I don't know what was said because I couldn't hear it because, I was streaming the game, so my volume was off. But there was a call that I believe Josh Hart got, and the video showed where Lowry on Josh Hart's left front shoulder, grabbing at the ball, hit his shoulder, and Maxi fouled him from behind on his right shoulder. But yet and still, all I heard was the call was changed. So Philadelphia was being physical with Brunson. In the first half, there was a drive down the left side that Maxi bumped him, but there's that new terminology. I forgot what it was said. It's not basically what they're saying. It's not a forceful foul. So, which I'm like, okay, when did this ever happen? I've seen where a shooter just lightly touch the shooting arm and it's a foul. So, I don't know. I mean, this is something new. I just said the referees at the close of the game, they're letting the players decide the game. I mean, now that's old school. That's what I'm used to going back to the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah.
But I get it. There was a foul. Maxey was held by Brunson. Yes, he was. I admit it. He was bumped by Josh Hart when the ball came loose. You want to sit here and say the coach, he tried to get the timeout. Okay, but where he was looking when he said it, his back was to the backside. The half court official, but the baseline official who was looking at Kyle Lowry because you got to do the 5-second call. So, and if you're trying to call the timeout, what does Eric Spoelstra do? And it's been said all day. He runs out on the court, boom, 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 timeout, timeout, timeout. For all the officials see it. When we scored, Lowry grabbed the ball quickly, and I believe it was what's his name, who's always on all the morning shows. Damn, he played with Washington, 3-point shooter. White guy. Damn it, I forgot his name. But he said Kyle Lowry grabbed the ball quickly, and it kind of stunned his teammates because he grabbed the ball, and that's the one thing that most of the time they let the official or they give the official the ball, let their offense set up, call the play, then get the ball, try and get it in. But he grabbed it, and they're looking and whatever, and then NYG, this going, for all your years. What do they always tell you on the inbounds? Don't pass it into the corners. Don't pass it into the corner.
No, because you can get trapped.
Exactly. But what did he do? And this is a veteran guy, won a championship, been in the league 18 years. We can sit here and and that the thing that I have an issue with is not the missed calls and all this and that. Okay, it happens. It's happened to the Knicks. We saw it with Houston. Am I correct? Earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
And yes, it's the playoffs, so it's up. But the point being, it happens. But where's the accountability? Towards Philadelphia and their mistakes. Now, I've heard almost a lot of Philly fans and whatever blaming and all this and that, and they got robbed and all this and that. And I've heard very few people.
Man.
I've heard very few. Shout out to Mitch Kofsky. He said it, and he's plain as day earlier. He said he blames Kyle Lowry. He said this is a veteran. He's like, he's not going into and then he said, look, as far as the head coach, if you wanted the timeout, you should have jumped on the field, on the court and called the timeout right away. I mean, we can sit here and go into this with the robbed and all this and that. The bottom line is, all right, they were missed calls, but the Knicks still executed.
You down 2-0 though.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Is this series over?
No, because you're going back to Philly right now, and I'll be honest.
So do you have confidence
of a sweep? No, not of a sweep.
Because people saying 4-0.
No.
People saying 4-0. People saying 5-1. I mean 4-1.
A gentleman's sweep. I'll give that my percentage. Right, my percentages on a gentleman's
sweep. So it's Philly done. That's what I'm saying. It's Philly done. Man Cave says Knicks in 5.
No, I'm not going like that, Man Cave. I'm sorry, I'm not.
I said Knicks in 4.
No. I'm going to be honest, because in the same token, if I'm watching, at least look, I watch Embiid on one leg damn near carry this team as well as Maxey, and we got some breaks. Yes, we did, but we could have easily lost that game. So this is going to be a fight. This is not a sweep. This is not a 5-game series. Now, if you want to say the Knicks could win in 6, okay, I'll accept that. I personally, from the beginning, I said it's a 7-game series. The Knicks are going to win, and I'm sticking by that because this is what I expected. This is a battle. I mean, I said during the course of the game at halftime, what is the adjustments? Because think about this, all right? Our starting center and our backup had 1 shot, 0 points in the first half. Hartenstein comes in the second half, 14 points. So kudos to Tibbs with the adjustments. Now, I'm expecting them to adjust and do certain things and be ready. And that fan base is going to be energetic. So just like New York fan base give the Knicks energy. But I still think it's going to go 7 days. Kev, I understand they can't do it on their own. You're right. We had our starting 5 double figures. Deuce McBride 9 points, so we could have had 6 guys in.
McBride played really well.
Yes, he did.
Really well.
Yes, he did.
Very underrated player. And his scrappiness is what you need in a series.
Yes,
like this.
Yes, all of them. Every last one. Everybody who played. I get on Bogdanovich, but Bogdanovich, those 2 threes seem to give certain energy. So he brought something to the table. I mean, you can go at Josh Hart. Again, he kept us in the game in the first half.
Well, Hart is like, he's like your. I'm trying to get a good comparison. But he's kind of like that player. What's the dude's name? From San Antonio. They used to hold them down. Bruce Bowen. He's like a Bruce Bowen type of player. Like he's gonna play defense enough to frustrate the opposing players, but he also gives you enough on the offensive end to where he's valuable on the court
Mm-hmm.
at all times. You know what I mean? He gives you enough offensively to where you can play him, because some players you're just like, hey, they don't have it offensively. You know what I'm saying? They're just primarily a defensive player, and then some players, they don't want to play no defense. There is something to have a two-way player in the NBA these days.
Mm-hmm.
A two-way guard, a two-way forward, or even a center, because everybody in this day and age, with Steph and them, glorifying basically the 3-point shot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to play offense, and that's why you have such poor defense in the NBA these days. And I admire players like Josh Hart, to be honest with you, man, because that's what I did. That's the kind of player I was. I did it on both ends of the court. Word up. So,
and that's important. And this team is built for what Tibbs wants to do, both offensively and defensively. They're built for what he's wanting to do. This is not Chicago. This is not Minnesota. This is a different brand. So I admit, they play a lot hard. Definitely brings you so much. I mean, there are moments I'm like, in the first half, I'm like, why is he taking it in there, getting the ball smacked out of his hands, off his knee, whatever. But that's his game. He attacks the rim. He tries to draw it, and then when he has the open opportunities, he hits those threes. So yes, you're right. You're right. And then
he's
on defense,
6'4", and he's 6'4", and think about that. And think about that. This is another thing, man. When you're a smaller guard or small forward, and you can rebound and add to your team's rebound, because look, in the NBA, people expect, in the old NBA anyway, people expected the forwards and the centers to get all the rebounds, basically. And nowadays you have so many guards that have the ability to rebound, and rebounds not all about being the biggest person out there on the court. You know what I'm saying? It's about your ability to box out and your ability to track the basketball. You know what I'm saying? And anticipation, when the shot's coming off the rim. But that's why I was such a good rebounder. But I just want to highlight that real quick, not to ramble or whatever, but he's only 6'4", and he's getting as many rebounds as he has. And Cave says he's averaging 14 rebounds a game.
Look, the first game we know they out rebound them. Last night it was even 56 apiece in rebounds. So and the Knicks were +2 in offensive rebounds. That's about it. So last night was indicative. I even noticed it in the first half. Philly was sending 3 and 4 guys to the board. So but still, the heart. The one thing the Knicks definitely have is heart, and I'm not talking about Josh Hart and Hartenstein. I'm talking about the heart and determination and the want to. So I get that. I understand that. But the main point, like your argument is, or question, is this over right now? No, it's not. And I understand afterwards, Embiid with his, interview and not looking at the media when he's answering, that says something about, deep down inside how you're feeling. Is Philly going to let him play? Right now, they have 2 extra days to rehab him. But like I said, I'm expecting Philly to come out and fighting, and the guys who didn't contribute, the Oubre, the what's his name, the French one, Batum. I'm expecting them to contribute something a little bit more offensively. I'm not expecting much out of Tobias Harris. We know who he is.
Man, them dudes is ass, coach. Man, keep it a buck, bro. This is Embiid and Maxi's team.
You know what? I will say. No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about, stepping up in terms of contributing more.
That's what I'm saying. It's Embiid and Maxey. And
if you just tell me, then if it's just going to be Embiid and Maxey doing all the scoring, then you're right. It's over. But I'm sorry, I'm not subscribing to that. I'm just not. And that's my unpopular opinion. I'm standing by it. I'm sticking by it. I'm expecting it to be 7 games. I hope I'm wrong, What do I always say? I hope they smash egg all over my head and let it drip all the way down my body to my feet. I'll be happy to take that. But right now, I'm standing where I think it's going 7 games. And
If
I
the
think
Knicks let this thing get to 7 games, they don't deserve to be in the playoffs. I'm gonna tell
disagree
you
with
right
you.
now.
I disagree
No,
with you.
let me hold on. Let me say something real quick.
Okay, no, I'm sorry.
Because to me, you're up 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
You got a Philly team that's in disarray. You just said it. They're hobbling because their main players hurt,
Mm-hmm.
and basically you snatched the game from them. That is demoralizing for an NBA team when you lose like that. And
Well,
so to me,
mm-hmm.
psychologically
Mm-hmm.
and physically, Philly is just beat up right now. They're done,
Okay.
in my opinion.
All right. And I will say this then. If what you're saying is true, okay,
Mm-hmm.
their head coach needs to be let go after the season then.
Well, hey.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If coming from a coach, because my job as the coach is to get into I know my guys. I know my guys. I know what gets. Yes, this game is tough, and I know basketball is different from football. But I've been there. I've been there on the ropes where, you know what, we had a demoralizing loss, and you know what, guys were just so dejected. And what do? I pull my guys to the side. I talk to them one by one. I get into their heads. I know what gets at them. I know how to
But
poke them and
Kev,
get this.
you guys are a deeper team. Real quick, you
Mm-hmm.
guys are a deeper team than the Knicks, and I understand you guys will beat up too, but you have a deeper roster, and that is kudos to the Knicks for building
Mm-hmm.
this type of roster.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But Philly don't have nobody, bro. We talking about Tobias Harris here. Like, you know what I'm saying? We really talking about him as the third option.
Okay, who's the third option on the Knicks in terms of scoring then?
It's not about just scoring though, coach. I don't think about basketball just in terms of scoring.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have more impact players. You have a
fair,
dominant.
yes.
You see what I'm saying? On
Mm-hmm.
defense, on
Mm-hmm.
offense, you have more impact players than Philadelphia has right now.
Damn. Sorry.
No, you got it.
Yeah, it's 4-3 now. It's 4-3. That's why I said that. So, but no. I mean, yes, you're right. We have more impact players, and that's fair.
Right.
And see, you're
it ain't
kind of
about
going
just
to
scoring. I don't think about just scoring.
But you were talking about Harris being the third option, so that's why I was saying that. But yes, I mean, because I was going to get and speak about
player. I mean,
okay,
whether it be offense or defensive wise.
that's fair.
Who else is better
That's
on
fair.
that team right now?
That's fair. And like with Embiid, where he made the comment that, you know, they're going to fix things and they're the better team. Because I always say, when you say team, now if you want to say they have more superstars than the Knicks right now on the court, okay, I'll give you that. We have Brunson. We don't have DiVincenzo's borderline. Josh Hart is, well, not superstar, borderline star. We don't have another superstar, because I was told there's a difference in basketball between superstar and star. So I'm
that's why you don't get caught up. That's why you don't get caught up in all that, coach.
Yeah,
just like in football, you can't get caught up on the names and the hype and the stars and all this other. What you guys are building with the Knicks is championship caliber team.
Yes.
It's kind of similar to what the Spurs built, but in a different type of manner.
You know what I mean? Agree because with you.
It's something consistent, but you guys got to get there. You got to get over the hump of this Eastern Conference.
No, I agree with you, and that's why when you talk about the team, what's the old adage? With team is said together, everyone achieves more. Together,
right.
everyone. So yes, you're right. We have, like you said, we have more impact players. Even Mitchell Robinson is an impact. He may not score, but
Right,
defensively he can
exactly.
do things. Bogdanovich, Deuce McBride coming off of the bench. So yes, I'm with you. I'm with
Hart,
you on
Josh
that.
Hart. We talked about
Josh
Hart. We
Hart,
talk about
OG.
DiVincenzo.
Yes,
No,
yes, I'm
so
with you. So it's a different team. It's a different complexity. I'm with all of that. But to in terms of the is the game I mean, is this series over now? No. Now if you tell me we go Thursday and we win game 3, I'll probably be the first one to sit here and say, pull out the broom, have that broom behind the stanchion, just like we did back in '89. I mean, and I remember that, and they had all the great ones, Dr. J. Barkley, all those characters. I remember that. You win game 3, then yeah, I'm gonna be right there with you. But if the Sixers win game 3, it opens the door. Now if they win game 3, but we win game 4, then I can sit here and say, okay, it's going to be a gentleman's sweep, and I'm with it. But I also have a mindset is no matter who the opposition is, I respect them, and anything can happen at any given time.
of
So
course, of course.
so to me, this is my way of saying I'm respecting Philadelphia no matter what. Because you talked
Yeah,
about the mentality.
you gotta respect Philly. You do.
Yes, and you talk about the mentality, the mindset, because it's easy, and I've seen it. I've coached against it, and I've coached it myself. When you start thinking, oh, you're this and that, and you can dominate.
That's when you
Guess
get
what you
caught.
do? You
Yep.
bring your intensity down a notch, and next thing you know, the other team just walk right past you. So in my mindset, you want to say I'm superstitious? Yes, I am. There's certain things about me that that's superstitious about me. You know what? Hey, when I play ball, if I won with these socks on, the next week I'm wearing those same exact socks. And my college would give you a set of socks, and guys wrote, nope, no. We won with this one. I'm wearing this one next week over. That's me, and that's how I think in terms of as a coach right now. I'm respecting them. I'm not gonna not respect them, because if I do, then my intensity comes down, and that's my superstition. So it's not over for me. So, but great job, great Kev, Man Cave, everybody, NYG. I love this. I love the debate. This is a
Yeah.
beautiful thing. So, but
Nah, it's look, man. Like I said, I'm not a Knicks hater. I go back and forth with the banter, man. But ultimately, you gotta credit what they're doing because they're building the thing the right way, and it's what I want to see the Giants do, and it's what I want to see the Nets do. I feel like the Yankees are getting there. The Rangers are getting there, but you
Miss.
gotta look at how the Knicks are building their team, and it's how teams should be built, especially in New York City. We don't need flashing and paying players. We need blue collar superstars. You know what a blue collar superstar is? This is Coach. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm talking about?
Blue collar superstar. I mean,
It's
I
okay.
mean, you want in basketball, you want to talk about what's his name with San Antonio, the big fundamental. He's that.
I'm talking about New York.
Okay, in New York, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason. You know,
Nah, bro. Like most of our superstars are blue collar superstars. They're not they're not like overly hyped in mainstream
well,
media.
how
They're
far back
not
are you going?
like
How far back are you going, bro?
I'm just saying like a lot of them. I'm not saying everyone because
Okay.
we can't quantify like a whole history of players in
No,
the same
I
boat.
got what you're saying. I'm
You
just
know what
like
I'm
because
saying? I'm just thinking about guys like Eli Manning, Derek Jeter, shit, who else?
no, I mean I got you. Patrick Ewing was like that.
Lawrence
Yeah.
Taylor, Patrick Ewing. Like, yeah, I just
Lawrence Taylor was no.
maybe not.
No. Lawrence, I
but
mean, hell, that
that's
dude was
going
coked up
good.
so many damn times,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I get it. I
No,
get
no,
it.
no,
I get
no.
it.
But I
But you
get
know
what
what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying.
Yes,
You
yes,
get
yes,
my
yes, yes.
drift though. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, no, yes,
Feels
yes,
like
yes.
it feels like this area gets behind Strahan. Good job, Miz.
Yeah,
It
excellent. No,
feels
I'm
like
with
this
you.
area gets behind those type of superstars.
Yes. No, you're right. You're
You know
right.
what I mean? Because but
It makes
fans want what they don't really want. You know what I'm saying? They want the Aaron Rodgers. They want the you know, Tom Brady's and some of these like they want some of these stars. They want the LeBron James. How long they been asking for LeBron? You know, do you want them now?
who?
Do you want them now?
Damn.
I'm asking Knicks fans.
Yeah, no. LeBron James, no, of course I don't.
No,
No, and I
no.
get
You
you.
see what I'm saying? That this the point I'm trying to make.
No, I get you. Yes, you're right. For the most part, because this is always classified as a blue collar
Right.
area.
All on
Yes, you're
there.
right. Yes, no, I'm with you. I agree with you. Yes, for the most part, most people. I don't care if you white collar, you have in you where you'll take that white collar off and roll up your sleeves and go out there and start digging ditches, even with anybody. So I get where you're going. It don't matter for the most part. I mean, there are those who, no matter what, they're going to be the uppity, but everyone else, you've worked your way up from the bottom somewhere along the line in your family. I get it. Yes, you're right. And that's what New York gravitates and relates to. Yes, you are so right. You're
Right.
so right. This is not LA where, it's sunshine and glitz and glamour and all of that. I get you. I get you. As much as I love Magic, Magic is what was he called? Showtime. So I
Right.
get it. I get it. I get it. Yes, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you in that regard. Yeah, you're so right. So
Yeah, no doubt, man. But we'll go ahead and switch gears here. Y'all hit that like button, man. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, drop a comment in the live chat or in the comment section. Um, you know, so we're gonna talk about real quick. Jets trade Zack Wilson. Woo!
Jets, Jets.
Mess. No.
I like that one. That was good. 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 So,
but yeah, the Jets trade Zack Wilson, man.
no, I mean,
they trade him to Denver of all teams. Wilson replacing Wilson. Get it?
Wow. Yeah, that's a good
one. But yeah, man, this thing right here is finally over with the Jets, man. The Zack Wilson era is done, and to me, I just have to ask the question: should the Jets be in the quarterback market in the draft?
What round?
Any round.
Yes, any round. If you're talking about later, then yeah, I could see them taking a quarterback in the fourth round down. Yeah. I could see that because no matter what, I mean, who do they have right now behind Aaron Rodgers?
Right, exactly.
So yes, and even if you want to say a third round, like if I mean, if you wanted to draft what's his name from South Carolina, I mean, then that would be fine. I mean, now you're talking about first round, yeah.
Yeah, Iman said first round. I'm talking first round.
No. First round, no, because you want to get right now. You want to get another wide receiver or a threat, a passing threat. Whether it's what's his name at tight end Bowers. You want to get that for Rodgers at least to give him, because right now it's Super Bowl or bust for the Jets. You got rid of Wilson, okay, and kudos to maybe he goes out to Denver. I mean, we're joking, whatever, but who's to say he doesn't go out there and get fixed? Plus, don't forget he's closer to home now because Denver. He's from Utah. So
okay.
So he might be closer to home because remember, New York is it's brutal here. We all know that. So he can maybe closer to home. You got Sean Payton over there. He's tough, but he's supposedly the quarterback whisperer, and they're paying him all this money. So I mean, it's a possibility he goes there and he does well. It's a low risk. It's a low risk high. What is it? What is it? I'm saying, yeah, low risk, high reward
Yeah.
for Denver and even for the Jets. You got rid of that. So Canty said it right now. There's the Jets don't have to worry about the excuse or people saying, well, he's got to go out there and why are you putting him out there and all the circus. Now he's out of here. So getting a quarterback in this draft, yeah, hell, you can go ahead and do that. Hell, you can even get what's his name from Tennessee. I mean, whatever, or you can get what's his name from Tulane. I mean, you can go ahead and do. They can get a quarterback.
What if they draft Michael Penix Jr.?
I cannot see them going in the first round.
I'm trying to get some shit stirred up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you are. You know what? But you know what? That's my number one.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I'm a Jets fan, and this is I'm being sincere here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not comfortable with the Aaron Rodgers situation. I'm not. I'm not, bro, at all. I'm really not.
But if you're going to, I mean, yeah, you can do it, and you can let him sit.
And I don't give a damn if he gets pissed off or not. He's probably gonna be out of here next year anyway. So, I mean, if you're gonna take because look, the Jets are the perfect team to do that in the first round because they really don't need nothing this year. Now you're drafting for the future. I get it. I totally I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you're right.
This year they don't need a whole lot. Yeah, they can add talent, of course.
Yeah, you can take it.
Kind of set.
For BT.
Their honus or what they're banking on is Aaron Rodgers.
No, and yes, you're right, and that's why
that's what you should get insurance for. The one you're banking on, which means you should be looking at the quarterback position. That's just
yes. I will just say this though. This was in Green Bay. Didn't he go through a lot of it was a circus environment? You don't think it's going to intensify over here even more so?
It's already a circus.
No, I'm not saying this now. I know that. I get it. But this is not Green Bay. It's a situation like that with how Aaron Rodgers acted in Green Bay when Green Bay drafted a quarterback in the first round.
I don't care how you.
No, I understand. No. You're missing what I'm saying. Because right now, that organization has put everything and done everything just to appease that man. So that's why it's like for me, I can't see them drafting a quarterback in the first round. Now, if you want to say third round down, yeah, I can understand that. And he has to understand that. Look, Aaron, you're here a year, 2 years tops. We still have to have somebody to develop and go forward. Plain and simple. That's a different story. And and I think he's a smart man. He understands that. So I think he would agree. First rounder is just like now, if you're saying that the Jets want to do that because they at least want to have that 5th year option, I get it. I get it. I understand. So, and as far as my boy Penix, I mean, that's my number one. So I'd be rooting for him, and I'm gonna say it. I'd root for him to take the position away from Rodgers. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I know that. But I would be rooting for him to do that. Mm-hmm. But that's me because I'm partial to him. So I did my video countdown. He was my number one quarterback. So, but that's me. That's me. But again, like you said, should they? Yeah, I think they should. But later in the draft, that's how I think. So, Rodgers coming to Minnesota, like Favre did. Okay. Okay.
That'll be crazy if he really did that. Like,
okay.
Like if he went and did exactly what Favre did. Remember Favre went to the Jets, then he went to the Vikings?
TNT.
That would be wild.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm thinking. And I got my unpopular mock coming out with the Jets, so I don't want to
No, no,
ruin it.
don't.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm thinking the Jets might go in a different direction
NBA TV.
than people thinking of. What we watching, Coach?
I just went from Minnesota now dominating Phoenix, and now we went to commercial. It looks like Indiana's up on Milwaukee.
Rangers 4-3 final
Mm-hmm.
over
That's why I
Capitals.
clapped my hands earlier. And the Yankees won also.
Yankees 4-3 final over the
Whatever you want to call them.
A's or whatever. Yeah. Shit bags. Let me update.
Hola, 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 Rafael, el capitán Rafucho. What's good, bro? What's up, man?
What's up, buddy, man? What's good with you, Rafi?
So, but yeah, we're done with the Jets, I guess. So we can move
Yeah,
forward.
the Jets stink. Much like the next team I'm about to talk about. Just a just a just a just a shitbag storm here with these teams. Let's get into the Nets. So the Nets hire Jordy Fernandez. Is this the right move? I'll ask you, Coach, because I already know my answer.
Before I do that, shout out to one of the coaches who I follow, who's a former New Jersey Nets, and while we don't know each other, we've had little interactions. Kenny Anderson, if y'all don't know, he's been the head coach down at Fisk University, HBCU, down in Tennessee, for the past 5 years, and he just resigned on Friday. So, shout out to him. Thank you, brother, for what you've been doing in the community for a lot of these young men, giving them the opportunity and helping them, guiding them, and position them to be successful in life. No matter what you do, where you go, much respect to you. And for me, I know he's been to quite a few teams in the NBA, but he's always a New Jersey Net to me. He will always be a New Jersey Net, and I have nothing but respect for him, nothing but respect and admiration to him. So, I wanted to just shout him out real quick before we dive into this. As far as Jordy Fernandez, I don't know who this dude is. I've heard different things. Right now, I wonder, is it a little bit too early? Because, you literally, and I get it. You want to have your coach in place and do what you have to do to, whoever you have to bring back or make certain decisions. So I get it. But, if it's a rush move, then it's a bad move, and if you didn't give yourself the opportunity to at least vet other coaches to make sure this dude is the right dude, now when you interview, of course, every coach is going to give you their best, put their best foot forward, and, they're going to wow you with certain things. And, so, but right now I'm like, I'm probably like you. I'm like wondering, what the hell is this? And why is Sean Marks doing this? This makes no sense. And, but this could be another Sean Marks move. And look where the Nets are right now.
Oh boy. Shout out to Man Cave, man. Kevin Durant and the Suns are getting their ass bust, losing by 17 right now. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. And the Suns. And you know what? As far as the Nets are concerned, man, they're in no better off shape. But if you're Kevin Durant and you left to go to Phoenix in hopes to win a championship, and you in the playoffs right now, getting stomped out, good for you, man, because the Brooklyn Nets wouldn't be in this situation, man, if they would have held on to Kevin Durant. Now, with the current team and it's Jordy Fernandez, head coaching hire, I'm with you, Coach. They didn't do their due diligence.
Mm-hmm.
They did not. They rushed to hire. I don't know why. I mean, and not only did you rush to hire, but you hired the wrong dude. You should have hired Budenholzer. I told people Budenholzer could be what the Knicks have in Thibodeau right now. And you go out and get Jordy. I don't, and you know what? It's good for Joe Tsai. It's good for him because he doesn't give a shit. And I know he doesn't. I seen his press conference and everything. His interviews. He doesn't care about this team. And so if you're a Nets fan, you gotta ask yourself, what are you supporting?
Mm-hmm.
What are you supporting right now? Because they're not trying to win. The owner is not trying to win. You're keeping an incompetent general manager. Clearly, he is getting smoked out here. He's getting cooked, as we like to say nowadays. As far as general managing is in the NBA, you're getting cooked, bro. You got cooked by the Sixers, the Rockets. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting nothing in return for some of these trades. And yeah, you know, you're hitting on some draft picks. I give them that. But again, what are you doing with them?
Mm-hmm.
You done traded half of them already. And now what? You setting up to do what? What you gonna do with Cam Thomas? What you gonna do with Day'Ron Sharpe? Claxton? Like, come on, bro. Like, I can't support this shit, bro. I really can't. I can't support a team that's not trying. You can be bad. I'm look, you can be bad. You know what I'm saying? The Yankees been bad for a minute. The Giants been bad for years. The Nets been bad for years. But now they just ain't trying. I can't rock with it. What my man said, can't play with him, can't coach him, can't do it.
Like
you know what I'm saying? Can't do it, yo. So I don't know. I don't really know how to feel right now as a Brooklyn Nets fan, man. Moving into 2024 with some cat named Jordy Fernandez that nobody seemed to has heard of, including fans and content creators that I respect and love that follow this team. They don't even know who the hell this dude is. Like, come on, man. I can't get with this. I can't get jiggy with this shit, man.
Bro, I'm like I said, I'm with you, and I'm with you on the Budenholzer because we said it earlier. You know, all right, you better get working on now. If you had hired Budenholzer, then that's a different story.
Feel different. I would feel totally different.
Totally different. You know, because he's a veteran guy. He won the championship. You don't know what you're getting with him. Then you know, and it would also be respected because there are going to be players that respect it. This guy, they may know of him, some players, but you don't know who he is. So it's like again, I'm with you, man. I do feel for Nets fans in reference to this, man, because it's like who, and then what is he bringing to the table, and
right.
I mean, all right, he played under, I mean, he coached under Mike Brown, so they have a little bit of success, but realistically, who is he? I mean, has he coached in a G League or something? I mean, because I don't know anything about him, nothing. So, it was just, I'm with you, bro. And I may give my little digs here or there about the Nets, but you still repping one way or another. You're still repping the tri-state area, and I at least want it to be respectable, no matter what. And You may not like me for that thought. You may want to, rip the Nets, but no, in the end, you at least want to, because they still represent this area. So,
So
and I'd want them.
I'm gonna so the dude Jordy Fernandez is solid here. Let's
Okay.
see if we can get a little bit of background on this cat. This is a Yahoo News report.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Alex? Thanks for tapping in, brother.
What's good, man? What's good with you, Alex? What's good, bro? So, look here, man. Right here it says hire King's assistant. So he's the King's assistant. Past 2 seasons as Mike Brown's lead assistant with the Sacramento Kings. Again, Mike Brown. Mike Brown is not a great head coach, in my opinion. And again, the Kings are good now, but what made him the front runner for the job? A team that's not. I mean, wasn't the Kings in the playoff?
Playing,
Playing game? See
yeah.
what I'm saying? So why are you picking from teams that damn near where you at? Because the Nets were close to a play-in. See what I'm saying? It's ass backwards, man. That's one thing. Okay, so takes over for Kevin Ollie, yada yada yada. Eager to work with this talented group of players.
You're in the Matrix, bro. All right, let me just.
Can you hear me now?
You a little in or out, so it's really hard for me.
Let me stop the screen share. It might be the screen share. Can you hear me now?
Or is it me? Am I in the Matrix?
Chat.
No,
give me a one if you can hear me.
No, I hear you now.
Okay.
So no, but what were you saying about him?
Hold on, I'm gonna get back to it. But yeah, okay, yeah, here he is. So Fernandez was identified as one of 3 finalists for Brooklyn. The others were former Milwaukee Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer and Phoenix Suns assistant head coach Kevin Young. So out of them 2 candidates, you choose Mr. Fernandez here. Sai says we're excited to welcome Jordy Fernandez, his family to the Nets. His character and leadership and his emphasis on structure, process, and habits will instill a Nets identity that our fans will want to root for. We look forward to working with Jordy and building a sustainable winning culture in Brooklyn. This is all shit talk right here, man. What culture are you building? You don't have no fucking draft picks, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? Who's coming here? What stars coming here? This is what I'm saying. It's all fluff. It's this guy, Cy, and Marks. These 2, man. Let me not start. Anyway, so Fernandez, a native of Barcelona, Spain, spent 6 years on Mike Malone's staff in Denver before Kings hired him as their associate head coach in 2022. So he just got a associate head coach job. Like
Luca, what's up, bro?
Just got the job, bro. 2022. So he was part of a dramatic turnaround as the Kings won 48 games. Yeah, that was last year. What did they do this year? He was identified as the NBA's best assistant head coach. Now, I don't know what these rankings come from, but I don't give a damn what the survey says. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the fucking Price is Right. This ain't goddamn Family Feud. I don't care what the survey says. Like, what have you done, bro, in the NBA? I'm done. I'm done ranting. Like this shit pisses me off, man. Like I can't stand this shit. You're just giving it. You're not trying. You you could have had Sam, because like just bring in somebody that the players respect. That's all I'm asking, because in that means a lot in the NBA. When you can come in and the players respect you, like Tom Thibodeau can go in the locker room and say, "Look, I've done this, I've done that, I've been here, I've been there." What is Jordy Fernandez going to tell? Yeah, man. I play Call of Duty like you do. I mean, like how's he going to relate? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't you need a coach that's going to come in and command some type of respect, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I got
But
you.
whatever. But yeah, we almost an hour in. Y'all hit that like button, man. Please like, subscribe, share the video, man, and let's get into the Giants. So, can the New York Giants screw up this draft? Can they mess it up? Because I'm saying if they don't take a quarterback, they should be fired. And then I'm hearing if they reach for a quarterback or if they trade up for a quarterback, they should be fired. Is there any possible way that Joe Shane and this organization can mess up this draft come Thursday?
If they take a kicker in the first round. I mean, no. Let me be serious. Let me be serious. And I understand what people are saying. I'm not of the mindset of moving up. I mean, we have too many holes. Y'all have heard me go through the list of all the holes on this team, and that's a debate. Some people agree with moving up. I say, if you can move back, but if you have to take your pick, I mean, if you have to take a draft at 6, you do what you feel is best for this organization. If that's a quarterback and your quarterback is there, then take him. If it's a wide receiver, okay, fine. I mean, we need playmakers. There's no doubting that. This team needs that type of talent. Right now, you need whoever your quarterback is. You need to at least have somebody who can go out there and get the ball and make plays. So, you could do that. If you want to debate the offensive line, okay. I mean, if you're that sure of Joe Alt or whoever, and you really feel that they're going to be an eventual gold jacket type of player, and you want to work on moving Evan Neal inside, and you really want to solidify the offensive line because that will help everything. Okay, so to say screw it up, I mean, everybody's definition is different. Now, if you tell me you're taking the kicker, yeah, that's screwing it up. But if you trade back, honestly, no, seriously, if you trade back and you get extra picks that you can fill holes, I'm not even going to talk about as I've said, trade and get a first round of next year. Let's just say we get whatever we need to do this year, and you get whatever. I saw an article that said the Giants could trade back with the Buffalo Bills, but you would end up with their first, their second, their third, I believe a fifth, and you would get a second and a fourth next year. I mean, that's filling holes, and you're getting premium talent. Now, are you going to be getting the elite talent that you may,
Nope.
if there was a Marvin Harrison Jr.? No, but you still could get talent even at the wide receiver position.
But again, to throw a little pushback on that, and
I expect
you know me, I love debate. What is the problem with this Giants? It's not. It's the fact that we don't have impact players. So if you're telling me you're going to move down with the Buffalo Bills all the way down there, and potentially, get a solid player, but not necessarily get an impact player, that's what this team is lacking. We're lacking impact players.
So if you trade back and you got Xavier Legette, you love Xavier Legette, and you even said he's an impact player.
He can develop into an impact player. I agree.
So if you could do that, and don't forget, if you got all of that talent,
I think it's about the the chance, because the chance of Malik Neighbors
Yes, I understand that.
developing into the impact player and Leggett developing, it's greater that Malik. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm
Yes, I agree with you.
100% woke on that. Like, but that's what we're arguing here. We're not arguing the fact that you can't get impact players in the
No.
later rounds of the draft. It's the fact of the percentage or the
Okay.
possibility.
Here's
If you
the
want
deal.
to
But
look at
you said screw it up, and that's why I'm
that.
saying if you trade, I'm not advocating to trade back with Buffalo. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you did that, you're getting a whole bunch of talent. That's not screwing up. That's helping to try and
Mhm.
fix.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree.
So if you even if you stay at 6 and you draft whoever, if Marvin Harrison Jr. was there, if Neighbors was there, if Roma Dunze was there, was the only impact receiver left. Okay, I'm fine with that. If you traded back to with Minnesota and you got their 2 first round, I'm fine with that because you still could get.
Mm.
If you want to say you can pick an impact player somewhere along the line, you could do that. There's so many
I
different
think
ways.
I
So
think I think the problem that I have with your philosophy, and look,
mhm.
with I agree with most of what you say. I really do. Like, it makes sense to trade back in most situations, but again, if you have a player that you have a conviction on,
Yes, you go get
and
them.
okay, but even still, say you come out and you have Marvin Harrison Jr. here sitting there at 6, and Minnesota offers you 11 and 23. Now, the player you get at 11, is not going to have the impact that Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have on your
I'm not
team.
trading. I'm not trading. See, that I'm not trading.
See what I'm saying?
No, and I'm with you. That's why I said I'm with you. I understand because you said the question is, can they screw it up? And I'm
Mhm.
saying, even if they traded back, no, they're not screwing it up if they traded back. Yeah, you might not have, what you consider the top of the line receivers. I get it, but it's still not. If you didn't get that top of the line receiver, all right, and you trade back, is it screwing it up? Because that's what I'm going off of. You
If
said
if
if you
if that player is lesser than what the player you could have drafted, yeah, you fucked up.
But okay, now that player goes somewhere and they're top talent, but you get talent and you change the whole narrative for this organization
If
and you
your
start
player
winning.
is good, yeah, no, it's not. Yeah, I
That's what
agree
I'm
with you.
saying. So
But if your
you're
player flops, if your player ends up Kadarius Toney and goddamn Marvin Harrison Jr. is Justin Jefferson on steroids, and Roma Dunze's Kadarius Toney, you fucked
yeah.
up.
No, I get it, bro. I
You
get it,
see
and
what I'm
that's
saying?
my point. But you're saying, can they screw it up? Okay, and my
Mhm.
answer right
Can
now
they?
is no, not right now, not the way it is. I mean,
And I think they can. I'm telling you, they
how? Tell me
can.
how, and tell me how they can
Doing
screw it up.
exactly what I said. Trading back or trading up.
But see, the problem is you're not going to know with these picks until for some several years. We're just talking about in the immediacy.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Oh,
you,
yeah,
so if you're
okay.
talking
So
about
in
in
the
the
in the
immediacy,
in the immediate,
that's the thing. If you're talking
I
about
think,
within 4 or 5 years, but okay, you
okay, I'm gonna
have
give you an unpopular opinion. I could
oh,
screw they could screw this up if they take a tackle in round 1.
okay, and if that tackle turns out to be a gold jacket player, is it a screw
Look,
up?
I gave you the same logic.
No, I understand,
You
and
see what I'm
that's what
saying? We're talking about in the moment, like you said. So
no,
we're not talking
in the moment,
about
even if they
the
take a
future.
tackle, I'm not going to sit here and say they're screwing it
I'm
up.
gonna say they screwed it up.
Okay, I disagree with you, but hey, only time will tell.
Yeah, time will tell. But I'm gonna show you something real quick. Let me see if I can find this. All right, I got it.
Why are they trying to shoot threes when you were right there at the rim? You a dumb fuck.
Coach
Thank
Craig.
you.
So can
Well,
y'all see this?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know
Nah,
what? I'm
you
turning the
good.
game off. I'm turning it off, man. Yeah. So what's? Oh, we're talking about Warren Sapp. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
so
I saw
this is
that.
what I wanted to talk about here, man. So it says no team over the last 5 years has invested more in the NFL draft
Then
on
the Jets and
offensive linemen
mm-hmm.
than the Jets and the Giants. And it's relevant for both teams. So this is good stuff. And so no team over the last 5 years has a higher QB pressure rate. Ruh-roh, than the Jets and
And
the
I'm
Giants.
glad you brought this up. I'm glad you brought this up.
So again, I'm gonna leave that up there for y'all for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Can the Giants, and if you want to throw the Jets in there too, I know Luca's in the chat. How can they screw this
Okay,
draft up?
but
Jets, Giants,
based on that, because there's too many variables inclusive in this. Okay, because the first thing I'm going to say to you, if you're telling me that they have a high pressure rate, scheme, and coaching right there off the bat, that's so it's not taking it's not taking the player, it's developing them. So that's, and I get where Sap is going with that. I understand it, but does that mean you don't? If you believe in that offensive lineman, and you're telling me that you know what, this guy is going to develop into a Hall of Famer, you're not going to take him, just like you're talking about the receivers, just like you're talking about the receiver. So you're going to tell me you're not going to do that? No, no.
What
It's
up,
the
Jay
same
the
thing with
Champ? What's good with you, bro?
what's up, Jay. Iman, the Martin NBA. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. And Evan Neal looks like he's lost weight. And those of you who know, I've said that from the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
What did I say? I said probably losing weight will help him with dealing with quickness. So, do I think the Giants are drafting an offensive lineman? No, I don't. I don't. I'm being honest here. So I mean, let me make sure I preface it. And I love, y'all know me. I love the sexy fatties. I do. I don't care if it's offensive line, defensive line. I love it. You know, you're talking about the sexiest fat man who was a defensive lineman when he played a little
You
bit
need
of
skinny
offensive line.
minis out there too.
No,
You know what
I
I'm
know,
saying? Yeah, you need a couple
You need
skinny minis.
everything. You need
Yeah.
everything. So I get it. So, but the thing is it, when you say screw up, when I look at that and I think about it, and my interpretation is no, because right now you could take a player and he could develop in the next 4 years, and then what? We're not going to know until, really until for some time. So, so I mean, Jay, in terms of Evan Neal, I don't think he's been coached right for the first thing. So there is some things that he has to refine. And this year I want to see what he can do, especially with a new coach. And this coach has done did well in Oakland in taking, whether it's low rounds or high rounds, and developing offensive linemen. So Evan Neal has always had talent. So what is it that we were doing that we were, in a sense, screwing him up? So, and I've said it before, I see talent in the offensive line. He has good length. He has power and strength. I mean, he has great flexibility. I still, to this day, cannot get that picture out of my head when he jumped up and did that split. I think it was on the tires. I've never seen a man that size be able to do that. That's why I'm like, that's. But you know what?
Yeah.
Let's get back to the question.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the question.
Evan Neal, I think he's gonna get right at left guard. That's my take.
Okay, yeah, and that's fine. And
I
maybe
think he's gonna get right. It's gonna be at left guard. What's good with you, Jacob? What's good? He says you like Fuaga.
Fuaga. Yeah, I do. But I also like whatchamacallit from Washington better than him. I'm gonna be honest.
Fatano.
Yeah, Fatano. I've been harping on him. That kid is just too athletic, and I understand that he can play inside or outside. He doesn't have the height per se. He's at 6'4". When you like your offensive tackles to be at least around 6'5.5" ish on up. So I mean, I get it. I understand everyone's saying that, but and I also said Evan Neal. Part of that is injury, but he hasn't had a lot of playing time. And see, a lot of fans, a lot of people don't understand. It's not easy. You can't just come into the league, especially coming from college, because some of the things that is problematic in college is they're not teaching a lot of techniques in college. They're really not. They're teaching minimal techniques. So now you got to come to the NFL and you have to learn that. So it's a catch-22. So, and if you don't have the good coaching right off the bat, I mean, heck, look at Andrew Thomas. And I'm not trying to compare the two, but what I'm saying is it took Andrew Thomas some time to develop. You could say, well, it took him a year and a half. Okay. Evan Neal has literally played the
They
same amount of
different
time.
prospects, though, coach.
Yeah,
They
no,
got
I
two different
understand.
body sizes.
I understand
Yeah,
that. You're
man.
missing what I'm saying.
I
To
understand
play
your point
offensive
too.
now,
Yeah, yeah.
it
As far
takes
as
time.
it taking time is, but again, difference is Andrew Thomas and Evan Neal. Obviously, we mentioned the physique.
Hmm.
Also, Evan Neal's done with a lot more injuries than Andrew
Yes,
Thomas
I
has earlier in
understand
his
that.
career,
I
and he's
understand
had
that.
less playing time, and he's had to go up. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? He's had a little bit more of a tougher time than Andrew Thomas. So again, I'm not gonna dismiss Evan Neal as far as saying like cut him or anything like that.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
that
That's
type
not
of
what I'm
person.
saying. No, no, no,
I'm
no, no, no.
saying
You're
he
saying
might
moving
benefit
inside.
from a position
Yes,
switch.
and
That's what I'm saying.
I want to see him one more year at right tackle to see if he can develop. That's
Yeah, I
all I'm
disagree.
saying.
I want the move made now.
Yeah, I know that. And that's why I say where most fans don't understand, because realistically, y'all have not played the position and don't even understand some of it. Like I just posted on my Twitter page some techniques, some teaching techniques in terms of offensive line.
And it's
That if
not
you
just about his technique, though, coach. It's about one, his mind, because he seems to get rattled and he seems to be listening to the media a lot, which is not good. And
So
you
what's
can
moving them
tell.
inside going to do?
Hold up. I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell
Mm-hmm.
by the way he responds. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Okay.
and that's and that's let me finish. And that is a
Mm-hmm.
lot of what young players got to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's only part of what I'm talking about. The
Mm-hmm.
other part of what I'm talking about is the fact that he was a number 7 overall
Mm-hmm.
pick,
Mm-hmm.
and the pressure for him to be the future right tackle is enormous.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to look at that too,
Why?
because sometimes the pressure gets to some of these kids.
So what's the difference if he's playing at right tackle or left guard or right guard? Everything that you just said still holds true, whether he's on the outside or he's on the inside. It
He's on a
holds true.
yeah, but the mentality and the pressure is not going to be as huge on him on the inside, because guess what? He's playing next to a veteran and Jermaine Illuminor. You know what I'm saying? That can help him out. Well,
How?
actually, I would say Andrew Thomas, because I would put him on the left side. Andrew
Okay.
Thomas and John
And
Michael
this
Schmitz.
goes exactly to what I just said. Most of y'all don't understand how to play the position. I get what you're saying in terms of where you think he's getting help, but in the end, for the most part, Andrew Thomas or whoever's on the tackle has to kick out and block to the outside. You're still going to deal one on one. Defenses will now overload and set him up to go one on one. As a DC, sometimes in critical situations, that's exactly what I
So
would do.
would you rather him, because he's clearly a lot of liability at right tackle. I don't give a damn what nobody says. He hasn't proven shit to me to where I'm
I didn't
comfortable
say
just trotting him. Hold up. Where
Mhm.
I'm comfortable just trotting him out there, right tackle again, and getting my quarterback, whoever it is, whether it's Daniel Jones or Drake May or Michael Penix, getting my quarterback smacked upside the face because he can't fucking pick up a block or a stunt.
Okay.
Like I'm tired of stupid shit like that. And okay, and he's injured.
Okay.
And again, you have a capable player on the roster that you know can play right tackle, but yet and still you want to trot this motherfucker out there because we spent a 7th overall pick on him.
First of all, I did not say anything. I did not say anything about it because he's a 7th round. Don't put words in my mouth. Please don't do that. That's not what I'm saying. But no. You want to go there? You want to go there? You want to talk about coming off the edge? The fastest way to get to the quarterback is straight up the gut. This is straight up the gut. So if I'm going to put a 1 tech onto the right side of the center, and I'm going to put a 3 tech on Neal's outside shoulder, and I'm going to put a 5 to 7 tech on the outside, and I got him 1-on-1. Now, if I gotta do a Warren Sapp or an Andrew Donald on him, it don't matter if you got a right edge on the outside or him on the inside. He's going. If that's the question. If you're telling me he's an issue as a blocker, where I'm saying I see talent and I just want to see if the coaching helps develop him and he's losing weight. So that's what I'm saying. As a coach, I'm trusting in that player. Yes, I am. But if you're telling me you want to move him inside because you're worrying about him on the outside, as a defensive coordinator, the best way to get the quarterback is right up in the gut. You put pressure in the quarterback's face. That's how you rattle them more than anything than on the outside. It takes a little bit longer to get them off the outside to get around the bend than getting up the gut right in their face. How do you move a quarterback off his spot? Coming right into his face, forcing him to the outside, to the edges, coming off of there.
A player with footwork issues like Evan Neal has, and this is all I'm saying.
You say footwork, and I say losing weight will help him with the speed. I'm not even talking about footwork.
That's all I'm saying.
And I've said from the get-go, I said if he loses a little bit of weight, let's see if that can help. Now, y'all saying get my quarterback killed.
I'm not going to challenge your knowledge as far as
I don't know that
the schemes are and all that. I'm saying he's too slow to play fucking tackle.
And that's what I'm getting at. Well, if he's too slow on the outside, because teams put speed also on the inside. You also do stunts. So if he's too slow on the outside, I get your point of he gets a little bit of help. Yes, you can give him sometimes get double teams, but teams also can scheme up where a critical situation, a 3rd and 8.
And you know what, Coach? If that's the case, then cut his fucking ass. I don't.
And that's my point. And that's why
I really don't. If he can't play tackle and he can't play fucking guard, get him the fuck out.
I don't know if he can play either.
Cooper fucking BB. There you go.
But that's my point. So I'm saying everyone wants to discard him. That's what I'm saying.
Because I'm not discarding him. I'm tired of this offensive line. We've been having this offensive line conversation for 10 fucking years, and I'm tired of this being an excuse.
I'm not giving it an excuse.
You know what I'm saying? It's an excuse, but it's a legitimate excuse. It does. It's a legitimate excuse because the line has been bad.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So how do we fix it? We're saying we just keep putting the same players out there and just hope they get better.
If you fired the first thing is you fired your coach.
I get it, but you still need to upgrade the players.
But how do you know if the coach comes in and works with him?
Because it wasn't fucking blocking. That's how I know.
But then again, if we're saying no, but see,
the coach can't make him block.
Okay.
He can only tell him where to go.
Not all. Okay.
Coach, come on now. You can't make me be a better player. You can't.
Yes, you can.
You know what I'm saying?
You telling me, and I've done it.
Talent-wise, you either have it or you don't have it. You either have it or you don't have it. Can you make me faster? Can you make me more agile? No. You can make me think better and have better technique and skill. I agree.
But technique with offensive line is one of the biggest factors. It is.
But if the guy can't get to his fucking 3rd step or whatever the fuck.
But what did I say? I said he also needs to lose some weight. So I've said it. I said if he loses some weight right now, I want to see. And Iman said
I have a guy that I know can do it.
Okay.
but we want to put the if out there. Like, come
Okay.
on, it don't make no sense to me.
You know what? You're right. You're right. It's not gonna make sense to you, and that's
I know, and sometimes we just have those moments where we
you
just
got to
can't see eye to
agree to
eye.
disagree. I agree with you.
But
It's
I'm like, I know Illuminor can play right tackle. Why are we taking a chance with even putting him out there again? Why? Just for hopes and wishes, and he's coming off an injury, and you have a
okay.
new coach, and he got to learn a new technique, unlearn what he learned from the previous coaches. Like, I don't see it getting any much better, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Iman said he had surgery.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, he can be faster. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how you can teach speed. I don't know how you can teach some of these things. You can teach technique, and his technique needs to be better too. But I just I don't know, man. I don't see it with Evan Neal, man. And maybe I'm just kind
Look,
of bummed on him because I don't.
maybe you're right, NYG. Maybe you're
Maybe I'm
right,
right. Maybe I'm bummed on him.
no. Yeah, maybe you're right, and maybe I'm just too much of an old school coach who always believes that if you get players the right type of coaching and the right coach sits down and studies a player and understands their strengths and their weaknesses, and you work on. You're not going to always improve all their weaknesses, but you can help to elevate it, whether it's through technique, whether it's understanding the proper angle. Because if you're going to talk about speed, let's be honest, okay? You're talking about offensive tackles who are 315 pounds and on the way up, going against most
Mm,
edge guys who are 250 pounds, 260 pounds. They're going to be quicker and faster. They are. That's just natural. But now, if you teach them some of the techniques, and then in terms of engagement, if you teach the proper engagement, because sometimes it's just as simple as latching on. How do you latch on? How do you
mhm.
work on the hand fighting? All of that is workable that you can get there, and that's why I say I need to see that. I'm sorry,
Mm.
I just need to see because Bobby Johnson was just not it. He just wasn't. Once I
Yeah,
really
I know.
sat down and looked at it,
He was a bad coach. I agree.
and I don't want to say he's a bad coach. He wasn't the right fit for this organization.
Mhm.
He
That's
may go
fair.
somewhere else and he may do wonders, and more power to him.
They ain't gonna do
And then
well in
you,
Washington. I'm gonna
uh,
tell you right now because
hey,
they working with a lot worse than we working with. That team,
and that's all I can say as
woo,
far as with a
but I
tackle.
previewed
And
them. You know what I'm saying? Like I looked at the roster, looked at the God dog.
mm-hmm,
They talk about taking Drake, Jaden
play
Daniels.
calling.
Woo,
What did Tommy say? Play calling didn't
man.
know the roster, and we were incompetent at improving technique and elevation of talent. Play calling didn't help at all. Hope situational football awareness enters the building. That's fair. That's fair. And to your point, NYJ, I do want you to understand. I do understand where you're going. I don't want
Yeah,
you
I
to think
know,
that.
I know, I know.
So it's. I'm just now. If you want to say you want to cross train him on two positions, that's a different story because I do
Mm,
think maybe we should cross train him a little bit, but when it's a catch-22 right now. I just want him to relax and focus on playing offensive tackle. Like you said
mm,
before, the pressure, and how he handles it, Well, you know what? Let's relax. Let's settle down. I'm me as a coach. I'm gonna talk to you and we're gonna have conversations. How's your life? Is your girl getting on your nerves? Are you about ready to
mm.
have a little things like that, so we can settle in, and then we could sit down and we could look at film and we could break it down. Did they teach it? I'm gonna talk to Kafka, talk to Dave. Well, have you taught this technique? What did you learn at Alabama? What type of techniques did you learn down the, all of that, so I can understand his psyche. So
Mm.
and that's me. That's me. That's how I've always been. And I'm also very loyal to players, sometimes to my own detriment, because if I see talent, I want to work and pull it out of them. I just want to pull it out of them because I believe in it.
No, I agree. I agree, man. But so want to get into something else real quick with the Giants, and then we're gonna we moving the show along pretty fast here, man. So that's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's a good thing because I got
we
to get
getting
ready
rough.
for this draft. But Darren Waller, man, Darren Waller. A lot of people are concerned with Darren Waller, man. First of all, um, reports. Well, not reports. His wife put
Right.
out there on social media that basically their relationship is over. Um,
Let me stop. Let
Darren
me stop. Stop.
Waller
I'm joking, y'all.
has been rumored by certain
Mhm.
people that I talk to and
Um,
follow um to possibly have relapsed.
yeah, I heard the same thing.
So
And
and the
that's
Giants do not expect him to play for the team this year. That's per Jordan Renan, a beat reporter. So what you
okay.
make of this whole situation, man, with
I
Darren
mean,
Waller?
I was joking with certain things, but the seriousness, the reality. Okay, um, that disease, he definitely needs all the help he can get, man. I mean,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and I can only hope and pray that he gets it. Football, bro, that's not important. That's not important. It really isn't. Maybe the camaraderie in the locker room and all of that. I get all of that part. You may want as a player, but you got to get your life together. Because don't nobody, God forbid, want to see you. Like what's his name, who was with Cleveland. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I know you're
yeah.
talking about. Damn, what's
D
his name?
Was it Delonte West or what is his last name is
No.
West? No, West
Oh, with the Cavs.
with the Cavs. He came
Yeah,
from Patriots.
Delonte West. Yeah,
Yeah,
the one was
I
messing
don't want
with
to see
yeah.
I don't want to see a situation like that. Seriously, man. So all jokes aside, look, do what you got to do to get your life together. Football, you know, let it go, man. Just focus on, you have other ventures. I mean, I know he's into fashion and all of this and that.
Yeah.
So do
Yep.
what you got to do
Rapping.
to do. I don't even want to get into that, man. It's just his life. And that's the biggest issue to me in reference to that. As far as his marriage, I mean, I know I joke like, Kelsey, I'm here for you, baby, all that. That's joke. That no, I mean, that's jokes. That's jokes. But
Hey, she is single. It's fair game. I mean,
no,
hey.
no. I'm trying to be serious, bro, because I was joking like that earlier. But what I'm saying is, look, you look, yeah. Sometimes separating from that, maybe you'll be better off as friends, But the thing is, get your life together. I mean, no one wants to see you
Yeah.
go spiral out your life to spiral out of control
And
like that,
I
man.
hate it, man, for Darren Waller too, because he's so
Yes.
talented, man. He's so freaking talented, man. You know what I'm saying? If you if you know what he did in with Oakland, that's cool. He didn't have the greatest season with the Giants, but when he was on the field, when he did play, you seen the flashes of the talent. You seen some of the plays that he could make, some of the things that he could do on the field. But unfortunately, it looks like the Giants are going to be playing the 2024 season without Darren Waller. Now, this is rumors. There's no
Mm-hmm.
reports. There's nothing definitive, but according to reporters, the Giants have not talked to Darren Waller. And then this thing with his wife came out.
Mm-hmm.
And so it seems to me, when you're coming from a man that went through a relationship, um,
Mm-hmm.
breakup or whatever, plenty of them, as a matter of fact. Um, it, Sometimes it takes you a little while to get over that, and if you
Mm-hmm.
have an addiction, that's usually when it's going to creep back into your life because you're looking for a escape from
Mm-hmm.
the situation. So, I shout out to that man. I hope, I just as a
Mm-hmm.
man, I hope he can get through this shit, man, and get his life back together and get back on track, man. But from a football standpoint, the
I'm
Giants,
ready to go. Let it go.
they'll save they'll save money, and we got a tight end, Daniel Bellinger. Shout out to y'all in the chat, and there's tight ends in this draft.
Mm-hmm. Just not
Um,
all. just
Oh,
not. I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. Trust and believe. So I mean, unless the medical, all joke, unless the medical show that he can, produce.
Yeah.
But seriously, no. There are tight ends in this draft. You can do what you need to do to build, and you have to identify what's key to your offensive set. Right now,
Mhm.
it seems like it's a number one wide receiver. We
Yeah.
can do what we need to do with the slots and the tight ends that we have, and maybe you get someone late in the draft, if that's the appropriate thing. So, as far as
Yeah,
Wilder,
you can get a what's this guy named Titman
yeah, you got
or
Titman from what's that from Wisconsin?
yeah,
Oh
you
no,
have
Ryman. Is it Ryman? No, it's
Ryan,
Ryman.
yeah, Tip Ryman, yeah, and then you
Ryman,
got
yeah. You got the
and
kid
then
from
you got
Kansas,
Wiley,
Kansas
yeah,
State.
you got a couple
Yeah,
guys.
I mean, you got the kid from Penn State. You got,
Theo Johnson.
yeah. So, I mean, it's not like we can't get, tight ends. It's just, first and foremost, how many draft picks do we have, and
Mhm.
what are we using them for? So, what position? So, so I mean, but hopefully again, as far as Wilder, hope you get your stuff together in your life. You're successful in life. That's what's most important. So.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Keep hitting the studios, Darren, man. Maybe you come out with a hot
We
track.
just went through that. We just went through that. Okay, bro. Yeah, we just went through that. So, uh,
Commercials Magic with Evan Neal.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't know what
yeah.
magic Carmen Basillo has. I don't look, man. I'm waiting to see with this offensive line. I'm not definitely not counting my chickens for they hatch this season. Not with this line.
Mm-mm.
You got to show and
Now,
prove.
now,
Me.
now, 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 now. I
Mm-mm.
hope Coach Dable figures out how he wants to work his preseason and allows the
Yeah,
physicality to
get them some
develop.
reps. Yes,
Yes,
please.
get reps for especially the offensive line,
Absolutely.
especially for the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
That's imperative to me. We got to play them 2 games. Play them 2 freaking games, please. And I don't mean full games, but I'm saying you get them one series. Nah, I'm not with that no more. Yeah, you got me last year. I got it. We're down to 3 preseason games. You're trying not to beat up guys, but there has to be a different way. And other teams are in the league are doing it. So, but we gotta get reps for these guys and let them work out the kinks together, because this offensive line, without an offensive line, I don't care what quarterback is back there. I don't care
But
what we
not
do on defense. We can't do anything.
you the stats
Three and out,
earlier.
three and out, three and out, three and out. Your defense is going to wear down, and it's not going to be a good look. And you know what? It's just going to cause more chaos and aggravation. And I don't want to hear my brother stressing no more and ranting no more. No, no, no.
What's that Walla and Joke at the local talent show right now? Joker, if you don't know, that's
Mm-hmm.
Kadarius Tony's
Yes.
rap name.
Mm.
So sad, so sad. And they actually took the pick they got for Tony, I believe, and traded for Wallace. This is so ironic what the Giants are doing
Mm-hmm.
right now. Like I'm tired of this cycle. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm tired of this cycle.
It's bad. It's more bad luck because initially I can't lie, we all loved it. We're like, we got rid of him for
Wallace
Darren.
trade made sense at
At the
the
time, now it's like hindsight
Darius
is
Tony pick
2020.
never made sense. I'm not, but
No,
no, that shit never
no,
made sense. But the
no.
Waller trade made sense at the time. I agree. I
Yeah,
totally agree
so
with that.
but hey, hope we're gonna trade at running back. So, works trade breaks tackles all day.
Trey Benson, not with the Trey Benson. Rather have
We already
Braylon
know
Allen
that. Mm-hmm.
or Estimane or
Mm-hmm.
even Corm from Michigan. I rather have those guys.
I'll
I'm
even
not.
take Grande from Louisville too.
Yeah. Him too. But
So, but yeah,
not big
so
on.
next step.
I don't want another little bitty running back that's gonna dance around and like no, I'm tired of that. Let's play
Yeah.
football. we want we want change, but we want the same. It's like my man on shout out to my man from the Shakedown. What's his name? Same difference. Yeah, we want the same shit, but different.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
Nah, man.
Exactly.
All right, man, but good shit, coach. But yeah, so the Mets are 0-0
Wait a
with the
minute.
Mets.
Oh my gosh. I just
Yanks
yeah, and I know you're getting ready to get into the Yankees and
4-3 with Stroman on the mound
oh
again.
gosh, and I just got a notification and it's not gonna be nice.
What happened?
Per was this per Fox Sports? DJ LeMahieu leaves first minor league rehab game in the second inning with sore right foot.
All right.
It's oh my gosh, this dude is just like, what's up,
Thanks,
bookends, man? What's up, bro? I mean, this dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my. But hey, we wanted him as for Yankees Nation. We wanted him.
yeah.
It's
Always want
just.
what you don't need. You know what I'm saying? But again, Stroman pitched a good game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
3 earned runs, 9 strikeouts. Gave up 2 homers, but again, um, five in the third innings pitched, 7 hits. I mean, not bad. He's 2-1 on the season,
Mm-hmm.
2.93 ERA. So we got a good, decent outing from Rodon last night. But they lost that one. So look,
Don't
the
get me started.
Yankees pitching is not the liability that I thought it was going to be. Now, this hitting, it's going to be hit or miss. It's going to be hit or miss. What solidifies this lineup is Soto.
Mm-hmm.
Juan Soto solidifies this lineup because now Volpe's hitting better, 287.
Mm.
Judge will get his act together eventually. He's down a little bit right now, but Stan has been doing better. Rizzo, and then you got the guys at the bottom of the lineup like Verdugo and Cabrera. So this lineup right now goes as Soto goes, in my opinion. Because he sets everything up. See, in baseball,
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing about baseball. Your leadoff hitter, which is Anthony Volpe, you want him to get on base. You
Mm-hmm.
want your number 2 to get on base. And then your 3, 4, and 5, they're supposed to drive those runs in. And that's
Mm-hmm.
Judge, Stanton, and Rizzo. Those are your power hitters. Your swing and miss guys, so to speak. So that's how they got this lineup set up now. Now, could you put Judge at 2? Yeah. You could flip Judge and Soto if you wanted to. But right now, Soto's hitting. He's
Mm-hmm.
319. Judge
No
is only
more.
hitting 180.
Yeah.
So, Judge has got to really start producing for this lineup to really start clicking like it should click. But
Yeah. No,
Volpe's
you're
doing his job. Soto's doing his job. And the bottom of the order is doing their job. But go ahead.
No, I was saying, yeah, I was agreeing with you. That's what you got to do. Everything is, based off of Soto and Judge to a certain extent. When
Mm-hmm.
those two, if you can get those two hitting at the same time, then it makes that lineup that much more explosive. So, and they can actually protect and help each other and help the other guys around them. So, so yes, you're right about that. But before I forget, too, oh no, let me let you finish with this before I jump into what I wanted to talk about in terms of the Yanks. So,
Oh,
uh,
nah, you good. That's that. I was just touching on kind of the recent events with the Yankees. I mean, it's a long season, guys.
yeah,
Like, You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be a lot of exciting news, man. But right now, the Yankees are 16-8. Like I said, they beat the Oakland A's 4-3. They took 2 out of 3 from the Rays this weekend, so
Mm-hmm.
that was good news. And right now, they got 1-1 with the series with the Oakland Athletics, having lost the game last night 2-0. So Yankees still in good shape.
Yeah,
Pretty
technically
good
tied
shape.
for first place in the East. Yeah, so you're a game and
Absolutely.
a half out of behind the Guardians for the overall in the American League. So, and like you said, it's a whole season. So, and
Mm-hmm.
I kind of watched yesterday anyway. Even though Rodon pitched well, because of what happened early in that game anyway. So, Major League Baseball, I know the umpires union is supposedly a strong one, but yo, that was
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous, man. Yesterday, what you did to Aaron Boone, and I don't normally speak up for Aaron Boone, but to have that man literally throw, and it was you only had you were the first batter, ended up on first base, and you ended up throwing him out after you had just said something, settle it down, whatever, stop questioning calls. I get it, that's always happening. And in this video that showed, Aaron Judge said, okay, cool, and turned away. And there's video that shows a fan in the stadium instantly says something, but you throw him out. And then to compound it, you turn around and Boone is like, I didn't say anything. And he's like, I don't care. You're the manager. I hold you accountable for everyone. And he's like, it's someone in the stands. You can't hold the
Right.
managers. I
Come on
mean, you
now.
can't. No man, I don't care if it's the Yankees or any team. The fans are there. They're going to say the whatever, And where are the other umpires? Where are they? Why are they not backing this up? That first bay umpire. You're right there. You can tell, and it's ridiculous. In Major League Baseball, you need to have this umpire literally come out and apologize to Aaron Judge and say, I made a mistake. And don't tell me you can't, because years ago, the umpire who blew that perfect game for the Chicago White Sox pitcher, he
Mm.
publicly apologized and said, I messed up. So please spare me. I'm tired of these umpires thinking that it's about them. You're there just to make sure you call the strikes, call the outs, things of that nature. If things get out of line, if you got to throw guys out in that regard, fine. Do what you have to do. But it's not about you. Fans don't come there to see the umpire. I don't care how flashy
Right.
your strike calls or whatever, how you give little kick signs or pointing your fingers, whatever. That part is fine. But if I'm a fan and I pay my hard-earned money and you're throwing the manager out and the manager ain't doing come on, bro. We got issues. We got issues, man. And yes, you're there to see the players. I get all that. But sometimes you're there. I used to love watching Billy Martin. I'm sorry. I did. Seeing him go at umpires and his antics or whatever, it would get you fired up. So sometimes the manager is needed. Sometimes the manager is needed to protect his players. And that was an atrocity, man. That was an atrocity. Major League Baseball needs to do something with. And it was said that they always have problems with this man, this umpire. Well, then
Mm.
if he's a problem, then he shouldn't be in the major leagues. Sorry.
Right, exactly, man. I don't, and I don't get it, man. You allow these umpires, referees, and so on and so forth, to keep their jobs, but they continuously make some of the most egregious calls, the most decisive calls that are costing people money, jobs. You know what I mean? Like they're affecting people's lives with some of these calls, one way or the other, whether it's the fan or the player or the coaches. So
Excuse me.
it's
Yeah.
it's and I know somebody put in the chat earlier was like, yeah, the NBA
Tom
has
Riddle.
replay now. Yeah, they have replay. They have replay in baseball.
Yeah.
You
That's some.
have what coach?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Finish what you're
Yeah,
saying. I was
no,
agreeing with
you have to have that. You know what I'm saying nowadays
you.
because there's so much writing on these games. Pause. It's because of the money aspect, the gambling aspect of these games. You know, you have to get these games right. And I don't bet like that. You know, I might place a $5, $10 bet here or there. You know, I'm a small time better, man. But some people lose thousands and thousands of
Exactly.
dollars on these games, man. I would be so
Exactly.
upset. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't
Mm-hmm.
bet like that, man. But people that do, man, it's not right. It's messed
No,
up, man. You know what
you're
I mean?
so right. So right. And for that, what that tells me, this umpire thinks he's bigger than these players. Well, I don't know of any umpire that's getting paid 30, 40, $50 million.
Mm-hmm.
So that's telling me right there, it's about these players,
Mm-hmm.
and at least you know what Aaron Boone is saying this, and you know that there's replay. You know what? You call your whatchamacallit, you call them and you ask them, you know, yo, with the replay, can you verify? And if you have to back it down, backtrack it. Oh damn, the Mets are already down 3-0.
Yeah.
Um, then
Yeah, I
you
got
do
to
what
see
you got to
that.
do. Yeah, I see it. I see. That's what I just was reading. So I mean, and that's the issue. I mean, because I'm sitting there, I'm looking, and I was just it's the beginning of the game. I'm just casually looking. I'm not even diving into it. And next thing I know, they're saying he got thrown out, and it's like, what did he do? And they showed the whatchamacallits. Aaron Boone is looking away, didn't say anything. And next thing you
Mm,
know, he's like, "What are you doing? What are you throwing me out? I didn't say anything." And it's like, then you hear, I
yeah.
mean, all the expletives and everything, and this umpire. I'm like, "Yo, get this dude out of here, man." What's up,
What's
Ghost
good,
Dog?
Ghost Dog? What's good with you, Ghost? Yeah, it does piss you off, man, because
Mm-hmm.
it's and in baseball, man, I'll be watching these baseball games. I'm like, how y'all be calling some of these strikes, man? Can we get a strike zone like some type of um monitor or something so we know what a strike and a ball is, man? Because it is so inconsistent. It's so inconsistent, man. And I'll just be like, yo, how is that a strike? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that joint was at homeboy's ankles, you know, like some of these pitches, man. I'd be like, man, but I've always been a baseball fan, just a fan of the game, just watching the game, man. And
Mm-hmm.
it is the most as far as how do I put this, iconic or historic sport that we got. You know what I mean? So I always admire it, man. But some shit they gotta modernize, man. They gotta get some of these. They're doing well with the pitch clock. I like that pitch clock. It does help. It gets you off your square. Like, come on, hurry up, throw the pitch. We ain't got 6 hours to be waiting in the stadium. You know what I'm saying? So I do like that, man. But like you said, man, some of the calls and just some of the old ways that they do things is kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, I'm all for keeping shit authentic, but not in a way of ruining the sport. You know what I mean, and not
Mm-hmm.
progressing it into the modern age. Um,
Exactly.
so yeah, I'm there with you on that one, man. But so the Metis, like I said, they're down 3-0. Um, Mets 12-10 on the season, so nice little rebound after coming out the gate, struggling here a little bit. And who do they have on the mound tonight?
Yeah, those are the days, bookends. Sometimes listening to it on the radio. Sometimes on the radio is better than watching it live, man, because the announcers really get you involved and engaged, and you get the feel of it. And then sometimes you can even hear the bats hitting the ball, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like you're like you're doing something, and you hear that click, and then the announcer's starting, and then you stop, and you're looking at the
Baseball is the
radio.
most fun sport to watch live, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, I will say this: the first time I went to a Yankee game, well, first of all, it was the great Jack McDowell game where he gave the fans the bird. But the night before, Um, it was my very first game, sitting behind the White Sox dugout. Why did this chick get on the dugout, take off her shirt, and was
Oh
prancing
man.
around in her bra? And she had these Daisy Dukes on, man. And guys was going crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, I was just like eyes wide open, like this is how it is. And they're like that. This is why they call it the Bronx Zoo. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I need to come more often. Yeah, man, like this. But yeah, nah, I mean, going other than that, but yeah, if you really have to be a diehard to really go to a game and appreciate it, because other than '96 when the Yankees went to the World Series, because I went to every game except the World Series. Playoff
Mhm.
baseball is totally different than the regular season. That's
Oh,
all
I
I can
know.
say.
I know.
Oh my
I
god,
know.
and it's well worth the price, man.
Baseball is, like I said, baseball is the most fun sport to go and watch in person
Yes,
because it's
yeah, goes you.
it's more of an experience. It's not Coach for soda.
Yeah, you damn right. no,
Yeah.
no, you're right. You're right. I mean,
It's more of an experience, man. It's
and
just not. It's not just about the
here's the
game.
thing, though. Here's the thing. What's even more with the experience is when you buy, you don't go get your tickets early. You can get your, well, when I went, you buy them off of scalpers, and sometimes, they're so desperate, they're selling you dug behind the dugouts for $20-$30. And I'm like, these are these real? And it's like you find out, yeah, they're real. Well, this was back in the '90s, so I will say that. But
You can get some pretty good tickets here nowadays. I know I used to love going to Baltimore watching the Orioles and Yankees game, man, because
really,
the Orioles are good now, and so they didn't
hmm
boosted the tickets up. So I got to find another cheap team. And see, that's what I do, Coach. I'm a
hmm
cheapskate. I find the shittiest team, and then I'll
yeah,
go watch my team
I,
play in their stadium because the
uh,
tickets will be cheap.
I will say this. I will say this. The one thing I miss about when I moved from the Somerset area to North Jersey, the Somerset Patriots were literally 10 minutes from my house, and I could go get tickets for $5 to $7, and the seating is beautiful wherever it is, and it's like and it's sold, and they were always sold out, and
Mhm.
in the Somerset, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is great. So, Ghost says it's called being smart
Yeah,
with your money.
no
Yeah,
doubt, bro.
yeah, bro.
I don't
You
be
know,
trying to pay New York prices, man. Like New York prices is stupid,
my
yo.
brother,
What's
what's up?
good, bro? What's good with
We
you?
sprinkling them though. We sprinkling them,
New
son.
York prices is
Yeah,
stupid, bro. Like
yeah.
I don't be trying to go to
Mm.
like look, we went to the Giants game. I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? But tell me this. How did I go to a Cleveland Browns game playing the Giants and I got seats that were damn near on the field
Man.
for basically nothing?
Mm. Where it was
And
in New York or in Cleveland?
it was in Cleveland. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying. Now, if
mm-hmm.
I would have went to
Mm-hmm.
New York,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
them
Jersey,
shits
New
would
York.
have been
Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
$300.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think I paid. It was me, my son, and my daughter. I got pictures of this. I think I paid like 25 or $30 a ticket. We were
Mm-hmm.
damn near on the fucking field.
Wow.
Like no bullshit, man. I'm gonna throw you the link, G, but I'm really about to get out of here because we didn't kind of wrapped up
Well,
everything.
yeah, 300 for nose. Man, that's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
right.
When you start talking about playoffs, then I'm like, all right, I can, yeah, you save up and you say that's what's up, and then the prices for food in there, no, no, no,
hmm
no. I ain't gonna lie, man. I did what we used to do when I went to the movies, man. I had stacked up stuff in here and
Check
here.
Twitter, Lou, for the link.
So,
300 for nosebleeds. Yeah, that's
hmm
that. See, that's what I'm saying. That's bonkers, man. That's bonkers, man. We think about Joel Embiid winning after the Knicks loss. I think Joel Embiid is he gonna have to back it up. I think the Sixers shouldn't have played him, to be honest with you.
now I will say this,
I don't,
man.
he's gonna play. He's a tough tough guy, but
I
don't think he's all the way right.
That sometimes is better than going inside the stadium, man. Because there's,
Yeah.
you know,
That's what we
mm-hmm.
did in Jersey, and we have a tailgate that we're gonna be promoting here soon with the Carolina Panthers Giants game. So y'all be on the lookout for that, man. It's in Carolina. Should be pretty reasonable for people to make it there. You know what I mean? If you on the East Coast. So, but that's the next event we trying to. But man, I'm excited for this draft, man. For this NFL draft, man. But so let me get this out here. Okay. Boom, boom. All right, we got Lou coming to the show. What's good, Lou? What's cracking, bro?
What's good, fellas? Man, I was trying to call you yesterday, NYG.
Did you call me?
I called you like 5 times.
5 times? When did you call?
It was like, where my phone? It was like 8, 9 o'clock p.m. because I was trying to find remember you sent me that app for parking?
Yeah.
I was trying to find which one of those places was close to the draft because I don't know exactly where the draft is.
It shows you on the map. It has a pin. It has like a little
You won't be slick. It shows you on the app. I don't have the app. Remember, I had somebody else download it.
Shit. Do you need to have that person show you where the pin is? Because it's on the app.
Was the ones asking the question of which one of these was close to the draft, where the draft is located. He said, you need to have that. You ain't shit.
I'm just saying, bro. If they downloaded the app,
how about the Knicks though, cuz? You heard?
Yeah, we went through it. So
you know I had to jump in there and tag
yeah. I know that.
Yeah, for them Nets fans over there in the upper corner.
Why is it gotta be the Nets? Why I gotta be about the Nets though? See,
it's
we
about
don't
Philly.
pick on y'all. We don't pick on y'all. I gave y'all props this year, and here your ass come on the show trying to disrespect the Nets.
I disrespect the Nets. I disrespected you for disrespecting.
Whoa. God damn it.
Yo, you little family, man.
Will be fired. Shots will be fired, man. Because I didn't see a damn thing. I was trying to get the Knicks props. I said they played well. I said they looked good. I said I said the series was over. Your fans didn't even say that. I said it's over. It's fucking over.
No. I told you.
Philadelphia 66 ain't got shit right now for the Knicks because they superstar is hobbling around trying to play basketball and they don't have the depth to really keep up with New York right now.
So quick question. That was game 2 yesterday that we won.
Mm-hmm.
Next game is in Philly, right?
Thursday in Philly, yes.
Yeah, okay. Thursday in Philadelphia.
So we win this, who we playing?
So you play the winner of the Milwaukee and Indiana and oh no, wait a minute. Is it reseeded though?
Did they start doing that? Because it's supposed to go 2 versus 3. The 2.
No, I know that, and that's what I'm saying. Is it reseeded? Because if for argument's sake, Indiana wins and say
they don't usually
Orlando
reseed in the NBA unless that's a new rule. They don't usually reseed.
Okay, so
I hope we play the Pacers. We owe them a playoff ass whooping for Reggie Miller's bitch ass.
I get it, Lou. No. It's not that, Lou. I want to play the best. So, and right now the best would be Dame and Giannis, to be brutally honest with you.
Yeah.
So, and that's me. That's my arrogance.
Because I said that on the last stream. I said I want to beat the best. So there's no comments, no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want revenge on the Pacers.
No, I get you. I get you. I mean, look. Embiid said that this loss yesterday was worse than the one that he experienced with Kawhi when Kawhi took Toronto to the championship. So and I'm like, damn, this is the first round that was going to the NBA Finals, but okay. If we that much into his head, and that's why it's like with his interview, I get it, but I'm still standing on what I said. It's going 7 games. I'm not backing down off of that. I just can't.
Ghost. I'm gonna say no. I know a lot of people like Odunze. I don't know if the Giants like Odunze like some of the fans do.
I don't think that they want that big body receiver.
I think, and I'm with you on that, Lou. Like we want that as fans, but I don't think the Giants want that
type of offense because if you look at his receivers in Buffalo, Diggs ain't big. He likes them speedster guys, which is why we drafted Jalen Hyatt, Wandale Robinson.
Yeah,
they like
he likes shifty guys that can route run. Yeah, and that have quickness and speed. Yep.
Well, don't get me wrong, Odunze's a beast. But I just think
he can do that too.
It fits what David wants to do.
Then here's the argument: Marvin Harrison and Neighbors are both there. Who do you think they like? Is it going to be Neighbors? Because based on the argument that you guys are just saying, Marvin Harrison. Now, I'm not saying he's not shifty and he's not elusive and he's not a route runner. He definitely is. But based on what he's 6'4". So based on what you're saying, your argument, so it's like
he's a different 6'4" though.
No, I get it.
He gives you more of what he gives. Yeah.
Exactly.
He gives you more of what Neighbors can give you than what Odunze can give you as compared to Neighbors. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
No, exactly.
Both of them in one.
Right. Yeah, and now don't get it twisted. Odunze can route run. He still needs to upgrade and get better. But yes, you're right.
He ain't no garbage player. It's
now if you were going
apples to apples, pretty much.
But if you want to say in comparison to when he was in Buffalo, then Neighbors is kind of more Diggs in that regard. So yes, I get you. I understand. So that's why I just said. But if they're both there, I'm taking Harrison.
Yeah, so, I'm absolutely taking Harrison. I think the Giants will take Harrison too.
Neighbors and Harrison,
I just don't think the Giants are in on Odunze like people say. Like if Odunze and Harrison are gone, I mean, if Neighbors and Harrison are gone, I think they'll be looking to trade back
if they can. But if they have to, then they're going to take Odunze.
I think they'll take a quarterback. I think it's setting up. I think it's setting up for them to where they're either going to get the quarterback that they want or the receiver that they want.
Well, I think that's why them rumors came out that the Giants are willing to trade up to 3 and all that.
Yeah.
Giants don't got the draft capital to trade up. We only have 6 picks.
They don't.
We spent over $200 million in free agency, and Shane is not a guy who throws money away. He's very frugal, and he's very smart with how he spends money. I don't see him trading up with only 6 picks and the amount of money that he spent in free agency. I think it's smoke and mirrors to get people looking at the quarterbacks, thinking he's going to grab one, so that Neighbors or Harrison will be there.
Now they're saying they're talking to Arizona. Now here's the deal with Arizona. I just did the video on the Cardinals. That came out today. Y'all go watch that video. The Cardinals are in an interesting position because they have 2 first-round picks. And they have a quarterback, so they don't really need to do a whole lot. So if they want a receiver,
and be there,
they can still go back to the Giants with pick 6 and get a receiver if they want to do that. So I think that's where the smoke is going to come in at. It's going to come in with Arizona. It's not going to come in with New England because New England wants too much, and they can't go back to 11 and get a quarterback. They can't.
Well, I mean, I don't think he's their quarterback, but it depends on where they rate Michael Penix.
They don't want Penix.
I didn't say they did, but I'm saying it depends on where you have him rated on your chart.
I understand what you're saying, but just going off the speculation is and that's what they're saying. It would take like a massive offer for them to want to do that, because according to Robert Kraft and in the Patriots organization, they want a quarterback. Now, I'm of the belief that is bullshit. I think they'll take the best player, but they're telling everybody they want a quarterback. So if that is true, which I'm not here to say it ain't, if that's true, then they ain't getting one at 11, not the one they want. They're not. And so that's why they're saying Arizona is going to be the most likely to trade out.
Yeah, in the trade scenario that I presented in my first mock draft, that's who I had it with, Arizona, because a lot of the guys that are in the position that they're in are in a good position. So it doesn't really make too much sense for them to move up or move out of that position, especially with us to 6, because they're either in a better position or the guy that they want is going to fall to where they are. So it's not too many options there as far as trading with. Unless we're trying to jump up and get a quarterback, it makes no sense.
What you guys there?
They saying the Patriots are drafting J.J. McCarthy. It makes some sense if you think about it. Brady went to Michigan. He's a Michigan guy. The Harbaugh connection. He's perceived as a leader, kind of a what you call it, polarizing figure, somebody that's going to get the troops riled up or whatever. It makes sense. It makes sense. Now, that would be a upset if that did happen, if they did take J.J. McCarthy, and that would set up the Giants to probably take Drake May. And I say that humbly because I don't want it to happen. But to be honest, and I'm going to always give you guys the real spill, whether it's my opinion or not.
It's going to be a Giant, bro.
These guys want Drake May. I'm just going to be honest with you. I hate saying it. I don't agree with it.
Drake?
I really don't, man. But do not be surprised if the Giants don't take Drake May come Thursday. I'm just throwing it out there, so just put it out there.
I will be surprised.
I'm not going to be surprised at all.
I don't think that they've done enough to bring a Drake May in here and be successful.
It don't matter what they done. I
know what you're saying. I'm just saying from a team building aspect, right? Okay, what have we done this year in the off season?
I asked this to Pat, and I think Coach was on the panel too. I don't know if you was here, Lou. I said, can this roster, as currently constructed, support a rookie quarterback? You remember when I asked that, Coach?
I don't think I was here for that.
Yeah, I remember asking Pat that. I think it was on Giants Conversations on Sunday. And he said, yeah. And he said, it depends on the offensive line, obviously. But what we're thinking is that the offensive line should be much improved.
I think I came late to that.
So that's why I asked that question. Now, if you're saying no, like Iman says no, then yeah. But if you're of the mindset that if you're planning on starting Daniel Jones anyway, and if you're Brian Dable, and you know that in order to basically give yourself a little bit of wiggle room going into next season, you probably want to get that quarterback, because if you don't, then you're basically telling the fans, hey, we're winning, or you're basically signaling that you're trying to win with Daniel Jones and the roster currently constructed. Now, what they're saying now is that John Mara is pushing back on that, and I told you he would. I told you he would, but people want to joke. Oh, John Mara would never interfere with the operation. How could he ever do that? He owns the
That's his whole
team.
track record. What you mean?
You know what I'm saying? Like, people get on my nerves with that shit, man. Like you're so naive to think that the owner is not gonna fucking meddle when he wants to meddle. You know what I'm saying? And he's now the shit is coming out that he don't want them to trade up for a quarterback, which yeah, he should tell them not to trade up for a quarterback. He shouldn't tell them not to pick a quarterback. But if you're gonna waste assets to trade up for a quarterback, I don't know. I would want him to step in, but is it the right move? Of course not. He should let the guys do their job. But that's just me being selfish as a fan.
For a while, that I think the best way to fix this team is to do just that. Fix the team and then get your quarterback. Sorry, go ahead, Coach.
I just have a question though, based on what you were just saying. If McCarthy goes to New England, okay, doesn't that mean Minnesota's going to jump to Arizona, and then that means they're going to take Drake May?
Because Arizona does not want to go back further than pick 6.
Okay.
Look, Arizona has picked 27. They have 11 picks in this draft. They don't need no extra picks.
Okay.
They
Well, then,
good money.
Well,
you know
then, whether it's them or San Diego,
the Chargers might. But if you're the Giant,
San Diego neither.
Yeah. No, but see, the thing is, what I was getting at, because all that's doing is pushing a receiver right to the Giants. Mm-hmm. Because now the only thing there's two scenarios. Okay. Because don't forget the Jets. What do the Jets do? Do the Jets try to jump over the Giants to get one of those receivers?
The Jets ain't jumping over no damn body, man. The Jets, coach. I'm not trying to dismiss the idea.
Jump over anything.
These suckers ain't doing shit, man. They're gonna stick and take the goddamn player, whoever falls to them, and keep it pushing. Because Aaron Rodgers,
because last year they shocked us in the draft. Jets made a lot of moves in the draft last year.
For Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. So again, they're not going to trade up. Could they trade down? Very possible.
Okay.
Who ended up drafting Sauce last year? I can't remember.
Sauce Gardner? That was the year before. The year before.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. That was the Jets, yeah. But yeah. They also traded up and took a quarterback, but people don't want to talk about that. The one they just traded away. But anyway.
Hey, Fields.
And Mac Jones. And
all I was saying as far as the Jets, I've heard several people. And this isn't just, Twitter. These are true journalists and commentators who have all spoken that. That's why I asked that question.
Said the Jets are trying to trade up?
There is a scenario with the Jets because they want to get another young wide receiver to have a three level wide receiver now.
Easily get one at 10, though.
Folks?
Okay.
I say, since we're 2 days before the draft, fire up the mock draft right here on the live. Yeah, I know you wanted to close it out, NYG. Let's give
damn
the
sure do want to fucking close it out, motherfucker. I love you though. All right, we'll do a quick mock and then I'm closing
that was
this
an
shit out.
F you disguised in I love you for those of y'all didn't understand.
Duze is not going to be a 10. I'm going to tell you right now because I think
he won't get
Bears,
past Chicago.
He won't get past Chicago.
Well, then again, I don't know. Chicago might take the defensive player.
Yeah, Jacob. I'm supposed to be on with Alex in their stream.
Joe, what's good?
What's up, Lee?
What up? Man, y'all are some late birds.
Thanks a lot, Patruzzi. Nah, what was that, Coach? A duck?
No, it's just it's like
No,
this
no.
one.
it's a fart maker.
Yes. Damn, you didn't catch that, bro. That's why.
No, the first time it sounded like a duck. That's why I was like, yo, what the
Oh
fuck?
no, I hit the other one. That's what I did.
This is gonna be a speed mock, no trades. Look at this shit. The fucking
What the
Commanders.
hell? Oh,
Look at they
never
giving
mind.
up their whole draft. Like, get the fuck out of here.
God dang.
We're
All I
not
had
doing.
to move up to 6?
Yeah, we're not doing no trades though. So
Yeah, I don't. I like to go.
look, man, look. Caleb, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's your worst case scenario if you're a Giants fan. That is your worst case scenario.
You stuck with Odunze or Dallas Turner?
Or fucking McCarthy or one of
McCarthy.
these cats. Yeah,
Dallas Turner.
that's your worst case scenario.
Take a doomsday.
I have to go with Doomsday here. I'm not taking JJ McCarthy or Dallas Turner.
Facts. But could you imagine if we had Dallas Turner, Thibodeau, Brian Burns?
Oh, it would be an embarrassment of riches. Yeah.
God. Sack Central, baby.
Yeah, we just wouldn't be able to score no points. It'd be 3-0, 6-0 games, which I'm fine with. All right, who we got here at 47? So we took the receiver.
Interior offensive line, okay.
Quarterbacks are gone, so gonna have to go with
Tampa.
I don't know, man. I'm just not on the corner.
I know you're not.
I don't.
We're looking at tight end.
Corner. I would look at
Darren Waller's on that stuff.
Oh.
But man,
What about safety? What about Kitchens here? No.
Where is he? I don't even see him.
Kamarion
he's
Kitchens.
there. 53.
And where we at? 47?
Mm-hmm.
That's the best safety left, though, right?
Absolutely, because I think it's going to be a drop off from there. Let me see.
Yeah.
Safety.
You could still get
Bishop
Cole Beasley later, yeah.
Bullard.
No, is Bullock gone too?
No, Bullock. Okay, so we can go. Look, Jackson Powers Johnson is still there. How is that happening?
That's what I just said. You got the interior offensive line right there.
Yeah, I have to go with this pick here. All right.
That's the next 70.
Not taking no trades. 70. So Trey Benson is there. Ben Sinnott. That's a good pick. Edrin Cooper. Braylon Trice. Ooh.
You know what? We haven't been able to stop the run. I'd be looking at that linebacker. Paul.
Braylon Trice is a good pick though.
Trice can play inside. He can play 3
Yeah,
tech.
he can play inside in the yup. I know.
He can play outside on the edge.
He will help us a lot. I'm gonna go with Braylon Trice.
Okay. So what we got? We got a receiver.
Mm-hmm. Damn, and Rattler just went.
And then a lineman. And then an edge rusher, right?
Braylon Allen is sitting right there. Your boy is sitting right there in your face.
Braylon Allen, yeah. Yep.
Grab him. Running back?
Yep.
You guys don't believe in DJ throwing the ball. We've addressed the offensive line, and we got a running back. Might not be the fancy schmancy stuff you guys want to see, but if it produces W's at the end of the game, I don't give a damn about the fancy schmancy.
Damn, you had Granado there. Shit, I should have took the tight end.
Ground and pound. Pause. Should have took the tight end.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah, because ain't nothing left. Tip Ryman. Yep. What y'all think?
So we grabbed wide receiver, offensive
line.
line,
Yep.
edge rusher,
O-line, edge.
Running back.
Running back. So
Tight end or linebacker?
tight end or corner, maybe. Probably ain't no good corners left either.
No, there ain't no good corners at this point.
Yeah. All right. Tight end. Tip.
Hey, top ramen. All right, now let me stop.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be the pick unless you want to go with an offensive tackle.
Nah.
What about your safeties?
We didn't we. T- mm,
Did you? You didn't take a
no,
safety.
we didn't take a
We just
safety.
looked at the whack ones that was left.
No, you looked at cornerback.
They're gone. The ones I want are gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just that.
So. Cedric Johnson.
Went to running with Belton, Pinnock, and
Elijah Jones. You know anything about him?
nope.
6'1", 185.
Boston College.
Stingers
Boston.
from the CFL. You watch CFL, don't you, Coach?
Sometimes, yeah, but
Stingers. You ever heard of him?
Raleigh Noodles.
Yeah, I ain't feeling these corners, man. I'm gonna go back to the offense and take my boy Tip TIP.
Nah, I'll be there tomorrow at about 4:30 a.m. I'll be at the airport. You heard?
Damn, he's still there, Coach. I should have waited on the fucking running back. Damn.
but you know how you love Braylon Allen.
I know, but I should have waited though. Cause it's really we're gonna go with Joe Milton here. Fuck it.
They'll piss everybody off. He said Joe Milton. Top ramen. Braylon Allen.
Yeah. I don't know. It's not one of my best drafts. I will say that, but we got some talent. We got some talent. You got Rome. You got JPJ, Braylon Trice, Braylon Allen, a couple Braylons, a Tip and a Joe.
Oh, Joe Tip. Tip Joe.
I'd probably rate that one a C. Yeah.
You're only saying that because Garenda was there late.
Yeah, I know it. That pissed me off, man. Because I'm like, damn, I could have went and got one of the tight ends or the safety.
No, but I'm glad that it played out that way because you see a lot of guys complain about how the draft plays out after the fact. Hindsight is always 20/20.
Absolutely.
Right? But you know, when you're in the mix of it and you got a choice to make and you're on the clock, you know, sometimes you got to go with your gut or you got to go with what your staff around you is saying. You know what I mean? It all depends on that particular moment, what you feel is best for the team.
Yeah, Jacob, Joe Tipman.
Right.
Hell yeah, man. But so that was your speed mock 2.0.
The midnight speed mock.
The midnight mock, yeah. We need to have a show, man. We need to discuss that, Lou. Midnight mock. Oh, shit, man. But Coach, man, you ready for Coach's Corner?
Whenever you want, bro.
We could do one tomorrow night before we head out to the draft. Night, tomorrow night before everybody heads out, we get together to the midnight mock. Yeah, ready for the midnight mock?
Midnight mock. That's some funny shit, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, these folks doing mock jazz at goddamn midnight. Goddamn, they dedicated. Shit. All right, man. But let's get into Cousins Corner, man, and get up out of here. So.
All right, everyone. Peace and blessings. I appreciate everyone for being here. Thank you to the 30 that are here. Make sure you guys go to each of our channels, G Nation Sports, Unpopular Opinion Sports, and Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. Make sure you hit the like button that's there. Also, always subscribe and hit the notification. This way you know when we put out some great content for you. And always share on all your social media platforms. Doesn't matter where it is, whether it's X, Facebook, whatever. Just put it out there. Continue to help the programs grow. So I'm going to start in Coach's Corner, and I'm going to start a little bit different. Y'all know how I am about the women's sports, but I'm going to talk a little track and field with women's sports.
Oh, yeah.
Now, there was a recent event that happened in China, and 19-year-old from Australia, Tori Lewis. She's a young up-and-coming track star. She actually just defeated Sha'Carri Richardson. And those of you who know, she defeated her in the 200. Now, Tori actually started in lane 9, so she was ahead of the curve, and she ended up winning the race. And she said that I knew I had an edge coming into the race. Now, part of that is because she just recently came from another event, so she was feeling good about her opportunity. So kudos to her. This is also setting up something special for the Olympics, because the Olympics is coming around the corner very soon. So I'm going to be looking out for this young lady. Hopefully it makes for a great must-see TV when the track and field events come around. So you guys check her out. We all know about Sha'Carri Richardson. We all love her. She's a phenomenal track runner, but Tori Lewis is someone from down under that's coming up to make a name for herself. So just wanted to put that out there. And I'm going to move over to the WNBA. I'm going to talk about my New York Liberty. But this one, the first thing I want to talk about is congratulations to New York's own former Rutgers alum, also of the New York Liberty and WNBA champion, Epiphany Prince. She officially retired today. So I want to say kudos to her. She has done a phenomenal job. Those of us who follow high school basketball in the area knew when she was in New York in high school, I believe she scored 115 points in a high school game. So, but long career, international, congratulations to her. Hopefully they'll at least consider her or look at her numbers for enshrinement. But definitely, she's definitely deserves to be in any type of enshrined Hall of Fame, a Ring of Honor at Rutgers, definitely. So kudos to her, and good luck to whatever she's doing. I missed it. They talked about the Liberty announcement, schedule announcements. There are quite a few games. Now, they did talk about the Fever, Indiana, being on roughly, I think 36 TV programming. So Liberty looked like they were going to be on quite a few, if not almost every last TV options out there, whether it's ESPN, regular, also locally, they're going to be on the Yes. So we're going to be getting a great opportunity to see them. They're going to be starting in terms of preseason, the beginning of next month, and then the start of the 14th, May 14th is when the season starts. So definitely looking forward to that. And I'm going to transition over to Syracuse and start with the women's basketball. Syracuse lost all ACC, all freshman team player, Alyssa Latham. She actually transferred to Tennessee. She had a strong season as a freshman, averaging 8.6 points per game, 7 rebounds. She started 26 of the team's 32 games, averaging about 27.6 minutes. That also is in 2 NCAA tournaments. Let me see. It also says she shot 46% from the floor. And when she came to Syracuse, she was the number 72 prospect in the country by ESPN Hoops Girls. So um, it's a big loss for them. They also already lost two of their top scorers, Daisha Fair and Alina Rice. Daisha was drafted in the WNBA, and it's going to be a big one. So I'm going to keep an eye out to see what Syracuse does. Um, in terms of men, the men also lost Malik Brown Saturday. He actually decided to transfer to Duke. It really impacted a lot of people in the area that he decided to go to Duke, especially because it's another ACC team. So, Brown, he was averaging 9.5 points, 7.2 rebounds, 2.2 steals, 0.9 blocks while shooting 69.8% from the field. So he has 2 years left. So it's a big blow to them. So, especially because you're going to be seeing him whenever you play Duke. So, but again, he moved on. So, and in terms of football, they picked up their 16th commitment. In terms of a defensive back from Philadelphia, highly acclaimed defensive back. So Coach Brown continues to do wonders up there. They just recently had their spring game, and it was an interesting outcome. They also picked up. I'm sorry. They also picked up a preferred walk-on quarterback. For those of you who don't know, a preferred walk-on is someone who doesn't come in with a scholarship, but they have the opportunity to win a scholarship. Now, this quarterback played with the freshman running back Yassine Willis. They actually played in Jersey, so they're from Jersey. Let me double check. I have it listed right here. They went to, was it St. Joe's? Yeah, it was St. Joe's Regional in New Jersey. So it's an interesting pickup. So especially because with Kyle McCord there, you're waiting to see what happens with McCord. But you can develop this quarterback for the future. Now, as far as McCord in the spring game, the Whites defeated the Blue 31-10. Kyle McCord, he completed 18 of 28 passes for 242 yards and a touchdown. His touchdown was a 38 pass to Georgia transfer wide receiver Zeed Haynes. Haynes ended up with 6 catches for 74 yards. So, and Trevor Pena also had 7 receptions for 130 yards. So, it's a lot of energy that's up there in Syracuse right now. They played in front of a record crowd, 16,597. So everyone, though, was there to see what McCord, and, for the most part, everyone was pleased in what they were seeing from McCord, and then, watching Yasin, develop as far as a running back, so it's definitely going to be interesting going forward. With Syracuse, they're doing a lot of good things. Coach Brown is even talking about bringing back their walk. Usually, what they do, they walk from a specific area to the stadium, allowing the fans to see them. So, but again, a lot of energy going on. Spring game was finally completed, so and a lot of players stepped up in reference to that. Seton Hall. Moving on to Seton Hall, they are losing 5 players in reference to the transfer portal. Now, these players are, come on, I have it right here. I closed it, but luckily I saved it. So they are losing Dylan Adewusu and Malachi Brown. They already lost Dre Davis, who helped them win the NIT. He actually transferred to Ole Miss. They're losing Elijah Hutchinson Everett and Jaquan Sanders, also are transferring out. So 5 players is it's a big loss. I mean, Owusu averaged 8.6 points a game, 5.3 rebounds, and 2.2 assists. So, that's a hefty chunk. Same thing with Davis. Um, they're also waiting to hear back about Kadari Richmond. He's waiting to hear back from the NBA, as far as if he's going to be drafted or where his positioning is in the draft. He hasn't entered the portal, so they're waiting to see. So it's a lot going on in terms of Seton Hall, in terms of their players. But Coach Coach Holloway is doing a good job. He also picked up a transfer. They picked up Prince Aligbe, a 6'7", 215-pound, 225-pound wing, who is transferring in from Boston College. He played 2 years at Boston College. They even scrimmaged Seton Hall the past 2 years, so they're very familiar with him. So this is a way of, overcoming some of the losses. He said that the excitement that the fans have around the program, they should definitely keep it the same way, and I'm excited to be part of it and part of the program and to get to know them, and obviously make Seton Hall a team that deserves to make a deep run in March going forward. So it's a good pickup. Now, he's from Minnesota originally. He averaged 4.7 points per game, 3.4 rebounds for BC, which actually made the NIT. They went 20-16, and they lost to UNLV, who UNLV actually lost to Seton Hall. So there's those connections there. So definitely interesting in reference to those pickups, to those losses and the pickups. So definitely looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with him going forward. So now moving over to Rutgers. There's a lot going on with Rutgers right now. I'm going to start with a sport that I haven't talked about when it comes to Rutgers, and that's wrestling. Here in Jersey, wrestling is big. It's growing, and the fans are getting behind it. And Rutgers did something that normally doesn't happen. They got a commitment from a kid who was actually committed to Penn State. Penn State is one of the top wrestling programs in the country. And they actually ended up getting Mason Gibson to switch over and commit to Rutgers. He's from Western Pennsylvania, so he has Pennsylvania in his blood. So it's a big win for Rutgers Wrestling. Rutgers Wrestling, is an up and coming program. A few years ago, they actually had two national champions, and I believe the highest ranking, they were in the top, close to the top 10, if I'm not mistaken. And they were high within the Big Ten. Now they dropped down because of graduations and players moving on, but they're rebuilding it and they're rebranding it. So kudos to them in terms of bringing in, replenishing the talent into Rutgers Wrestling. So I'm definitely going to be starting to follow that a little bit more because my sources always talk about that. And I really do get excited about that. Now, moving over to women's basketball. They actually recently signed their one of their two 5-star players, Keomi McMiller. Now, I've watched a little bit of film on her, and the girl can ball. She could definitely play her butt off. Now, if they can develop her and they can keep her the whole time, I think she's a star in the making. So you definitely want to look out for her going forward and definitely, pay attention to her. They also picked up a transfer. This is JoJo Lacey. Now, JoJo Lacey is a wing guard combo. Where is it? I had it right here. I know what I did. I closed the wrong windows. That's what it is. But I can bring it up. I have the link, so it doesn't bother me one way or another. I prepared very well this week. And like I said, she's from Boston College. I think she's a grad student. And JoJo Lacey, yeah, here she is. She's actually from Douglasville, Pennsylvania. She played at Boston College, and she has 1 year left of eligibility. Now, during her senior season, she averaged 8.7 points per game, 4.4 rebounds. She reached 10-plus points in 9 of the outings. With a career high of 23 points against North Carolina. So, her junior season, she started all 33 games. She led the team with 51 3-pointers and finished with 2.1 assists per game. So basically, what you're getting a polished player. They also went out and tried to get someone to, in a sense, replace, not completely replace, but make up for the loss of Kayleen Schmeichel, who transferred to Maryland. So I'm definitely going to be watching, JoJo and bringing in the freshmen, and Adams, who they brought in last year from North Carolina. They're definitely working to rebrand and rebuild the program. I think they're up to 11 scholarship players on scholarship. So definitely excited to see what's going on in reference to what coach is doing over there. Now, I'm also going to move on now to the men's game. Number one, former Rutgers Scarlet Knight Antoine Woolfolk. He actually found a home. He's moving to Ohio University, not Ohio State, Ohio University, which plays out of the MAC. And I think that'll probably be a good fit for him. Roughly a 6'9". He can probably develop into a more polished player. So kudos to him. Good luck to him. And if you face us, we're going to take you to the woodshed and spank that butt. So now, going to talk about a little bit about incoming superstar freshman Dylan Harper. He was just part of the Jordan Brand Classic this past weekend. And if you have not seen the highlights, I strongly suggest that you guys do. He actually won the MVP for playing in the game. The kid was hitting 3-pointers from all over the place. He even hit the game winner as the clock sounded. And when I say people went crazy, people went crazy. And one of the ones who went crazy, none other than former New York Knick, Carmelo Anthony. And he even said this is not his first time he's seen him. He's watched Harper play in person. He's watched him go up against his son, Keon. I think that's how he says it. His son is actually playing at the Long Island Lutheran. So he's had a good opportunity to watch Harper play at Bosco and also with his AAU, the New York Renaissance. But, I mean, it was an amazing event. I mean, Harper dropped 30 points, including the game-winning bucket. I mean, I just was going crazy watching it. And, Anthony said, I've just loved his development. For what I've seen him from the 9th grade until now, the way he is taking control of games, the way he's becoming the floor leader, the general out there, and also the way he's getting his guys involved. I think Rutgers has something special coming next year. So that's a big compliment, especially coming from Melo. And you all know Melo understands the game of basketball. So it was exciting. It was outstanding. Again, look it up if you haven't. Check out the highlights. And I'm telling you, with that Jordan Brand, anybody knows when Jordan puts on those Jordan Brand games, it's a big event. And it was held at the Barclays, the home of the Brooklyn Nets. So, it was raucous out there. So congratulations to him. And thank you to Carmelo for, speaking highly of him. So now I'm going to move on to football. Was reading an article in NJ.com about Rutgers, and it was very interesting because there's a lot of fans. Well, I don't want to say fans. There's a lot of people within the Rutgers community, and a lot of them are people who are not into athletics, who are not happy with what they're seeing with the athletic program. But the reason why I say this, there's an article in NJ.com that is saying that playing with the big boys is the title. Rutgers football could earn $100 million in 2025. I'll say it again, $100 million in 2025, and that's in football. That's big. That's big, especially when they were coming from the AAC, where in the AAC they were getting $7 million. So with the opportunity to play and get that type of funding coming in, that opens up so many doors for Rutgers in terms of what they can do. They can also they're currently working on an indoor facility. They're trying to raise up to $250 million. Some of it they're raising themselves. Some of that they're getting through the state and other donations. So getting $100 million allows them to compete. It also allows them to compete in the NIL format. It allows them to compete in terms of recruiting kids, building and upgrading the facilities, giving coaches the money that they need. So that's a great opportunity for Rutgers. This is why you see teams in the ACC wanting to find a way to get out. Because if Rutgers can make $100 million in 2025, on the other part is they can make $80 million in 2024. So in a 2-year period, they can almost make $200 million. That's big. That is big for Rutgers football, and it changes the whole dynamic. So I'm excited for that. So as a Rutgers fan, and I'm hoping that it continues to grow. And yes, college sports is changing, football is changing, and there are fans that don't like it. It takes away the regional rivalries, and I understand it, but it's still a business, man. You have kids that they want that money. And if kids can come into college and they're making, millions of dollars before they even move up, what better way to do that? So definitely looking forward to, watching the program continue to grow. Now, next year, Rutgers did set their homecoming game, and it's a notable program. October the 19th, they're going to be hosting UCLA. Now, it's the first time UCLA, they're facing each other, and the first time UCLA is coming to Jersey. They're working on special ticket deals, but, to have a program like that come to Jersey, you definitely expecting homecoming to sell out, because all indications are right now, based on the fact that they're in spring preseason practice and the stories that are going on out there, Rutgers may have a fairly decent squad, better than what they were last year. Last year they finished overall 7-6, 6-6 for the regular season, and then they won the Pinstripe Bowl against Miami, the mighty Hurricane. So, and there's a lot of buzz going around Rutgers right now because of that. Recruits are also paid attention to that, and they're saying Rutgers is on the come up. And as you're seeing, not only in basketball, not only in wrestling, but also in football. There's a lot going on. I mean, right now in terms of the competition, the quarterback position, which is always big with any program, there's a nice little battle going on. Gavin Wimsatt, the returning starter from last year, is battling Ethan Kaliakmanis, who transferred in from Minnesota. Kaliakmanis is familiar with the system because he played under the current offensive coordinator, Kirk Soraka. So, no, I'm sorry, not Kirk Soraka. Soraka went to, what you call it? Soraka. Sorry, I'm thinking about the wrong OC. But sorry about that. But Wimsatt took a developmental step forward in his first year, and then he continues to improve moving forward. And it's very important that he continues to improve, and he continues to get pushed, and then hopefully the best quarterback will end up winning. Now, they just recently had their second scrimmage this past Saturday, and Coach Shiano saw this as the next step in not just evaluating the quarterbacks, but the whole program. But he also was quoted as saying, I think it's not only the spring. I think they've made progress from when we got back in January all the way through. I'm pleased with their progression. Still plenty to go, but as long as you keep taking those baby steps, a little bit every week, we'll get there eventually. It wasn't the way the scrimmage went. It wasn't totally flawless, is the word that was used. But you talked about the rear competition. I mean, Kaliakmanis knows the system. He still has 2 years left in terms of his eligibility. So it's a great, great fight that's going on, and it just helps the program. Now, Coach Soraka said the quarterbacks, I think they all did good stuff. We had some good completions, made some mistakes. We had 2 interceptions today. Look, here's some stuff to learn from the tape. Plenty of plays to learn from and watch. Everybody can watch themselves, which is important. I think they did well. It's starting to take shape. And I like hearing that. Rutgers has always, for the past few years, had issues in terms of the quarterback play. So this is something that is definitely important to see them improve. And also it helps the whole organization, the whole team, because the players see that and they know that the quarterbacks are out there fighting and they're going to get the best quarterback version that's out there. But even in the meantime, during the course of the season, they know that there's a backup no matter who wins. The backup is still quality and able to enough to come in and lead the team to victory. So I'm really pleased with that. Now, in terms of the play of the players, there were 2 positions that they talked about, and one of them is the wide receiver position. Um, they lost several. They lost 7 wide receivers, but they also picked up several wide receivers as well as return and one. Oh gosh, that's the wrong link. Sorry about that, guys. I just know it by heart. Um, we picked up our starting receiver from Monmouth, and the not Eastern Northern Illinois is the other one. He actually had to sit out for all of last year. So, but they have been doing well, especially in the scrimmage. So, Rutgers actually will be having their spring game Saturday, I believe. So, if I have time, I'm definitely going to try and take a peek. If not, I'll watch the replays to get a breakdown of what's going on and be a little bit more, give it a little bit more breakdown on who did what. So I'm excited to see that. So it's a good thing that's happening right now in terms of the development of the football program. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, because I talked about earlier that there were people in the Rutgers community that they're not into athletics. They see Rutgers as, in a sense, a semi Ivy League program, and they wanted to see the football program take a step down and compete with the Ivies. But in terms of the business, no, it's not conducive. But the reason why I say this and I talk about this, there's a rumor, and I'm looking at the article on the Yale News. Jonathan Holloway, who is the current president of Rutgers University, may be the next president of Yale. And now I say this because Holloway, he's the first minority to ever ascend to the position of president of Rutgers University. And he became president back in 2020 as far as taking over. He actually understands athletics. He was a linebacker at Stanford University, so he understands the demands of being a student athlete. He was born in Hawaii, but he's a military brat. Been around, been to Montgomery, Alabama, Potomac, Maryland. So he was recruited to play linebacker at Stanford. Graduated in 1989. Yes, he's my age. There's nothing wrong with that. But never really played, but he was on the team. He was actually a teammate of New Jersey State Senator Cory Booker. Now, his ties to Yale is he earned a PhD from Yale, but he also taught at Yale. So he chaired the governing body at Yale's residential college, the Council of Masters, from 2009 to 2014. So, if he leaves, it's going to be a good pickup for Yale, but I think it's going to be a big blow for Rutgers because he understands the football aspect of it. He's done a great job to help elevate the program. The President Barchi, who we had before, could care less about athletics. He really didn't invest. And like I spoke earlier, Rutgers can make $80 million next year, $100 million a year after that. So, losing him, if you don't have another president who supports sports the way he does, the program could take a step back. So, and that's not what I'm hoping for. So, but that's pretty much it. That's what I have today for Coach's Corner. So, sending it back over to you, NYG. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. As always, man. Coach,
Good job.
man.
Good job,
Appreciate you.
Jacob. I like that, man. So, yeah, she was a top 50 player. So,
Yeah, man. Damn Duke, man. Always something with Duke, man. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They always in the way, fooling with people and doing things they should be doing, man. Like, get out the way.
well, I mean, if Rutgers does what they're hoping they're doing, Duke might not be able to compete because if you got two of the top players and then they get drafted in the tops in the NBA because they're projected to be a one and done. And right now the debate is what's his name at Duke versus Harper and Ace Bailey. One of those guys are projected to go number one overall, and the other two are going to be projected to be 2 and 3. So, and that's where Coach Peichel has to do his job in developing those guys. And if they do, and Rutgers is making money like that,
yeah, man. I ain't hating on it for sure, man.
Yeah, Cooper Flag. Thank you.
Cooper Flag, yeah. Cooper Flag, man.
Oh, they lost 7 players? Didn't know that. Yeah, I know you love that as a North Carolina fan. So
absolutely, man. I cannot stand Duke. Not a fan, definitely. Mets lost 5-1.
I'm gonna tell you who I can't
Luis
stand.
Severino getting the L tonight.
That's who I can't stand. Louisville.
it's
What you
not
got against
Louisville.
Louisville?
It's what's it? It's not. We all say Louisville, and they were like
It's
Louisville.
Kentucky. Yeah.
Lowerville, something like that. Yeah. So
They say Louisville or something.
Yeah,
something crazy. Louisville.
yeah,
Something
exactly.
like that.
Yo, look at Jacob. Yo, what better man than known? Because if he's a fan of UNC, he knows the quarterback.
I never said I don't hate the cat. I
You don't
know
want
he's
him,
not
man.
gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Is it no bueno?
like I'm giving you the scoop here because I watched the team, but people don't believe me. They just think he doesn't know football. He doesn't know anything.
Oh wow, the Pacers did
He's
win.
unpopular. All right. But if the Giants draft Drake May, I will support the kid. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to bash the pick.
Number 6. Y'all remember who told y'all that shit in the short like 2.5 months ago? Giants getting Malik Neighbors at 6, man. Book it.
Yeah, well, we'll see, man. I would be thrilled either. Like I said, how can they mess this draft up? The only way I think they can mess this draft up is selling off a bunch of picks and getting one of these quarterbacks. To me, that's how I think they can fuck
different.
it up.
That's different.
But as far as the pick at number 6, not really. I mean, I wouldn't like it if they took Brock Bowers or Joe Alt, but I would understand. But I wouldn't be happy about it.
Take Brock Bowers at 6. I'm pissed off.
Yeah, I ain't gonna like it. I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's kind of hard to mess this thing up. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. It's clear cut as it can be. You know what I'm saying? You take the damn receiver. If the receiver ain't there, you take the quarterback or vice versa, whichever camp you in, and you're done with it. That's it. One or the other. That's how I see this thing going down, man. But I'm done for the night, man. What about you guys, man?
No, I'm
I'll
good.
see y'all tomorrow.
I got I got
by.
draft prep to do and packing to do and all kind of other stuff to get ready to get up here to Detroit.
I got it ready for the show
Come
tomorrow.
on, the city, baby. We're gonna be there live and direct for the NFL draft. You heard?
Yep.
Yeah.
As only the big blue crew can do. Ain't nobody else doing it out here like we are. We're giving you
DraftKings
content.
needs to be our sponsors because we the official DraftKings. You heard?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's a good one. Need to look them up. Need to go holler at them on some business shit for real. All right, man. But let's get on out of here, man. Shout out to the support in the chat as always. Got Jacob, Iman, 2 Giants goofballs.
He said Luke came in here and added another hour.
He really did. Miz, Neymar, Ghost Dog. Who else we got in here, man? Iman, Ghost. Yup. Jacob. Yeah,
Miz.
man. Tommy, Miz, Man Cave, Jay the Champ.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all y'all. Butterfly, Raphael, Luca, Alex, Tudo.
Appreciate.
Yup, Leave, Eric, Kev. Appreciate everybody, man. Like, do this shit for y'all, man. For real, man. But
y'all stay tuned for the exclusive live content. Sports Network, you heard?
No doubt, man. But any last words, Coach Lou?
Nah, I'm just looking at this kid that Coach just told me about, Jalix Hunt. I'm just watching him. I just put it on, so I'll be diving into it the rest of the night anyway now. So
hell yeah. That's always a way to end a good night. Diving into it. Oh, that's about
All right now. Well, that being said, we're gonna get up on out of here, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Peace and love, man. Peace.
Know it's game time, and you know me and my bros on the same time. No breaks, green light. No breaks, I got the green light. When you hit ons, know it's game time, and you know me and my bros on the same time. No breaks, green light. No breaks, I got the green. We gon' tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, yeah. We ain't going out, we ain't going into town, no. Money ain't the mission, no, we coming for the crown, yeah, we coming for the crown. If we going out, then we going out loud, eh. Putting on the show, young man, take a bow, eh. Even under pressure, they ain't never had doubt. But if we gon' do it, gotta do it right now.